Hey everybody! Welcome to Pencils and Parsecs here on Hyper RPG, part of Sci Friday. Man, there is some great stuff on Fridays if you like sci-fi stuff. Also, here on Hyper RPG, there's some great stuff happening all the time, like tomorrow on Saturday.
I'm back, Bert.
I know.
I'm watching you.
Hey, friend. I know. We did a good job last time. I don't know what was different, but something's definitely not the same now.
Well, I'm back now, Bert.
I know. Hold on. I don't have a. Anyways, if you liked that or didn't, this is Hyper RPG, man. This is where the crazy stuff happens. That was our overlord, Zach. Hyper RPG, Pencils and Parsecs. This show right now, it is a Star Wars role-playing game using the Edge of the Empire system with some wonderful people as we go through the galaxy and leave a large trail of bodies behind. Here on Hyper RPG, though, we have a bunch of different programming. So, after this show, tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m., there's Masters of the Metaverse. It is with Chris Odie and Zombie Orpheus, Entertainment Gang, bring you an RPG show about blurring the lines between players and characters. It gets hella meta, like super meta. Then at 5:30 p.m. Is Krillnit Super Live with Danny Fernandez and Iffy Wadaway, discuss the latest Dragon Ball Super episodes, which is pretty cool, and they have guests. And then at 6:30, Ready to Ramble. This is with Iffy, Cameron, and Sarah returning to geek out about the latest news and updates about the wild world of wrestling. And quick reminder, next week we're doing a 48 hours, that's right, 48-hour charity drive.
Woohoo!
For the Halo Foundation.
It's just
48 hours
right
of
this.
We will literally have bags, and there'll be, hydration. It's going to be pretty cool. And Hyper RPG here, Halo Foundation, charity drive, all this amazing stuff. Pencils and Parsecs will be a part of this 48-hour drive.
It will.
And man, is next week going to be a crazy one. But enough about that. Let's one last thing. I'm sorry. I know. I got to get through all this. Here on Hyper RPG, we love audience participation. So on Pencils and Parsecs, there's a few ways that you at home can participate using bits, tips, tweets, and subscribers. We have like a force meter that will, either go to the light side or the dark side. Every hour we end that, and that has an effect on the chat.
Lucas made new overlays this week.
Yeah, they're
Looks
pretty
dope.
They're pretty sick. They're pretty dope, and they're only gonna get doper. You guys can't see them. But bits, tips, tweets, subscribers. You can do #light, #dark, and that's gonna affect this force meter. And that has both. The outcome of that will have an effect on the galaxy as a whole, our timeline that we're telling. So, for example, the Wookiees have freed themselves. And also an effect on the players. So immediately something will happen to them. If it's light side, then it's good. If it's dark side, it's bad. For example, we ended last week, and everyone's going to get +1 advantage to all their rolls. Mm-hmm. So without any further ado, let's all go back to a galaxy far, far away. Happy Friday, friends. You guys are now. It was just me. I'm sorry. It was just me.
We
got
weren't
through
on
it.
camera until
now you
just
are.
now.
And
Okay.
if we didn't make any noise at all.
Yeah.
You didn't hear us. During
Silent is the grave.
Yes. There's quite a few graves that need to be dug after last week. That is, yep. Those will definitely be closed caskets. Yeah. Hey guys, happy Friday. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Great. Yeah. I'm really distracted by how much I like Ken's shoes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Show them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some good shoes.
I got these from Target, guys.
Heck yeah.
Nice, Tarjay, happening.
Product placement.
Please give us money.
Also,
Yes.
Francis Coppola.
Yeah.
I brought that. Not a
When
sponsor.
show is not sponsored.
Could be.
They're not.
I'll
I
drink
would-
as much wine as you want me to drink on the
Right.
show.
Wouldn't it be awesome if
the
I support
official
Coppola?
wine of Star Wars.
Mama's had a rough one. So.
It makes sense. Coppola was friends with Lucas.
Sure, exactly.
That is
And this show is exactly like The Godfather Part 2. So
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Well said. So real quick, I'm going to go through the galactic conflict events that we have. This is the force meter talked about before. So we have tier 1s, tier 2s, and tier 3s. These represent small to large scale events that we have a timer. When the timer ends at after an hour, we'll resolve one of these. So I'm going to do something interesting. I'm just going to go through. I have a cool map here too. So first things first, we have some Alderaanian refugees. This is a tier 1.
Oh, that's sad.
So what's happening with them? What's going on?
They got no
You
planet.
can control that fate if we land there.
Dude,
I know. Well, here's the thing.
so sad.
There's
Nothing
nothing
can happen. Alderon's a peaceful planet.
It was a very
gone.
peaceful
It's
planet.
super gone.
Not so much anymore. We're making space great again, guys.
Oh,
Clean them
man,
out.
too real.
They're very real.
Too real.
But this is a tier 1 because I've been kind of doing this throughout, but this will officially kicking off like an interesting chain. I'm going to do something fun of tier 1 events that can grow into larger events as we go through. So these are tier 1s, maybe they'll turn into tier 2s, so on and so forth. So right now, all Alderaanian refugees, they're kind of floating around in space. There's a few of them who are not on the planet. We'll see what happens with them. Moving down to my good favorite little planet down here, if I could do it.
Yeah, I got it. Cool.
Reconstruction efforts on Scarif, of all places. There was quite a little incident that
Yeah,
happened.
Scarif is not in great shape.
Not really good shape. Some stuff happened there.
There was a beach.
There was. There's now a lot of glass, but the Empire's down there, and they're trying to do some reconstruction efforts. Maybe there's something more to it. We don't know. Light side, dark side. Let's find out. And then the last one might be one of my most interesting tier 1 events, which is there's rumors of a rising pirate king. Out
What?
A
in
pirate king?
The Outer Rim.
Come on, Bert.
No.
Tier 1, tier 2,
Come on,
tier
Bert.
3, maybe? We'll see. So it's a tier 1. That's all I'm going to say is there's a pirate king out there.
If it's not Captain
Something's
Jack
going to
Sparrow,
happen.
I'm gonna lose it.
Is it Luffy?
Well, we'll just have to wait and
It's
see.
hard to explain who the pirate king is. You would
lot
have
of
to actually meet
emotions.
him in
Here,
order
so
for you to.
what's happening out there? And let's find out when we resolve that. So moving to tier 2, we have those slaver scouts out in the depths of the Outer Rim are still trying to find some sort of place that they can capture create like a new breaching point to collect slaves and throw them back into the kind of hut underground. So they're scouting. It's a tier 2. We'll see what happens. Capital ships. We have some rebel and imperial ships fighting each other up in space because that's where, So light side, dark side. Let's see how that resolves. This next one's pretty interesting. I like this one. I don't know if you guys know much about Chandrilla, but that is the planet that Mon Mothma's from. And there's an uprising and kind of some people on there that aren't too happy with what's going on with the Empire. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 2, light side, dark side. See what happens there. And then
I met
tier
a stripper
3s.
named Chandrilla once.
I thought it was a type of wine.
Those are
both.
yes.
Both of those stories are true.
Actually, all three.
Why limit it?
Planet,
She
stripper,
can be
wine.
everything to everyone.
Please welcome to the stage,
Having a Kroger.
Tier 3s, these represent the
Kroger.
big
2017.
galactic events that have timeline altering events. So for example, we have like the Wookiees that freed themselves.
Yes.
We had the Rebel fleet escaping with most of the Star Cruisers from Mon Calamari.
Right.
So we have a nice little planet called Camino. Sometimes there's things, it's a cloning facility. Empires look around the archives. We'll see if they find something really cool down there or not, but something really cool. Could be cool.
Does it rain a
cool,
lot
Cool,
on-
cool.
on
Rains a
Camino?
lot.
Yeah.
So that's
You know?
tier 3, light side, dark side. Now this one's going to be an interesting one.
Oh boy.
This is an interesting one because sometimes not everything is so black and white. So we have a tier 3, which is a criminal power struggle. So we have the Black Sun and the Hutts who are kind of engaging each other. Who's really light side? Who's really dark? But it still has
Unclear.
something that can be resolved there. So not necessarily all these things will be light and dark as clear-cut as
I feel like
Rebels
the
and
Hutts
Empire.
got to be more dark side, right?
Then the
Hutts?
Black Sun. The Black Sun did some pretty questionable things.
Really? Who's like the best Hut? Who's like the
That statement sounded so racist, right?
No. Oh well, no.
I don't know. The Black Sun is
No,
so
no.
many
The
terms.
Black
We should
Sun-
never
oh
have
my
adopted.
Emma? You got trouble.
No, it's always
I
the
meant
Black
like
Sun.
the gaseous ball in the air kind of sun.
You're not
not
making
the
it better.
S-O-N.
Oh,
Got it.
okay, all right.
Perfect.
Anyway.
Great.
And last but not least, this represents, again, something that we've seen fluctuate through tiers. Last tier 3 is the liberation of Mon Calamari. We've seen Mon Calamari escape with their ships. We've seen the Empire set up a blockade and fail. Now, will the Mon Calamari as a planet be freed? you can decide using hashtag light, hashtag dark as we play the game.
That seems like a trap.
It is.
There you go. Embrace it. Go with it.
I'm afraid to dance.
So with that, I'm just going to start the clock. Remember, you guys have +1 advantage.
Yes. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Good luck, Bird. Thanks, man. Your confidence is inspiring.
Do I have a +1 or did just they have?
It is everyone
Yeah,
because we
it's
are
a
all a team
universe-wide.
here, and you all felt
shift.
a shift in the force.
The closer you say good luck to someone, the more luck you bestow
+1,
on them.
2.
It's true.
Good luck,
It's an old
good
knowledge.
luck.
What do I +1?
Good luck, good luck, good luck.
Every roll. No, just +1 advantage. So every time we roll, we roll the extra one of
So I'll
those.
everyone remember for me.
Yes.
We got it.
Do you need a pencil?
Yes.
All right.
And a parsec.
You are too much, Erica. You're too
I
much.
know. I know.
But like, I'm gonna need that back at some point. You also have to take notes. You can't just have it over there. Like, if you need it, you
Oh,
can
I don't
use
need it right now. You can take it back.
Well, I don't need it right now.
I'll just take Keith's stuff. Keith's fine with
Okay.
it.
Okay, great.
I mean, you guys are eating up your time with the advantage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Go.
We're
Let's
just
go.
running the clock right now. It's tier 1. Lights out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just keep on
It's
talking,
all
guys.
good.
We're
We're just
good.
gonna keep passing
Yeah.
the ball.
Yep.
So, just kind of refresh you guys. Last we left you, you had successfully snuck your way into an Imperial base, and then promptly split up, which is every GM's wonderful
Dream.
dream.
3 ways.
3 ways. You definitely left a trail of bodies, but that being said, you found, or she found you, your contact that was in the Imperial base, which is a scientist officer, revealed herself. Her name was Avila Yanuzi.
Avila.
And she was taking you guys down. And everyone got collected, everyone, even Virgo. And then you guys were going into
Mines.
the mines beneath the Imperial base, which was formerly a rebel base. So you're moving down, and after a few seconds, Avila steps forward. She puts a hand on the stop of the elevator. So I just want to get this out. You guys have really messed this up. I don't know what's going on. I've tried to help the Rebel Alliance out, and honestly, every step, something has been in the way that's made me feel like this isn't the right decision. First off, they sent this asshole, and his name is Randall, and he's
we
here.
couldn't agree more. He's the worst.
They formulate a plan that doesn't seem very wise, and then you were supposed to have shown up, and in the time that you were showing up, you just kind of went around throwing kids, I guess, in Homestead, so that's great, low profile. And then,
Throw a kid.
I'm sorry, what did you do, giant 9-foot-tall cat creature?
I removed a child from my personal space. Go on.
Okay, so then you were supposed to come here, and everything was supposed to go down a certain way, but then people showed up at different times, you all split up. I had to go into overdrive to kind of course correct this. You were in the computer system, and I had to block you out because you were on the commander's computer console, so hopefully he won't notice that. You guys left the airspeeder, which was excellent, except you left the door open without closing it, so that's going to be a red flag. And you. I don't know what to say besides, thankfully I cut the feed to the security room because the trail of bodies that you've left there is completely, I see that some of it's still, yes, I think, yeah, it's a little bit of his face. So, with that said, we're going to try and get through this, but I'm really counting on everyone to bring their A game. Yes? Good.
Yeah. Bringing it.
She steps forward and she pushes the button again. So, okay, so now that we are all on the same page, let's try and figure out how we're going to move forward. There's the artifact that I've researched and I've located where it's at, I think, in the Jedi Enclave. It's buried in the ruins. The problem is it's through the caves, and it's been problematic, to say the least. There's been some issues with people disappearing and not being found. So I'm confident in us that we'll get through this.
I'm sorry. Issues with people disappearing and not being found.
I mean, I would find that's an issue if someone disappeared and then you couldn't find them.
I agree. Can you elaborate on what might have happened? Is there a theory?
Not to alarm anyone, but it seems like there are creatures in the cave that have been grabbing people, and then we don't find them again. Like I said, they go missing, it's an issue, but I have full confidence in all of you, and I'm sure this won't be anything of a
Did
problem.
you say that to all the others before they disappeared?
Others? I don't know what you're talking about. But
I'd have more confidence if you could tell us anything about these creatures.
I
At this point,
haven't
we have
seen
no idea what to expect.
any of the footage because all of the teams that were sent in were lost. But we've cleared a way to the Enclave, so that's positive.
And there hasn't been any sort of sign whatsoever of a struggle that might have happened that gives you some hint as to what may have abducted these people?
Roll your charm.
Okay. Cool.
But first move that bottle of wine.
Right.
But roll your charm.
Right, I have 3 ranks.
It's gonna be 3 purple.
3 purple?
Januzi,
Okay.
is it possible they are still alive?
Oh. We just got another boost.
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
just gonna go ahead and
So you're gonna
take
use one of the boosts?
Yeah, I am.
And you guys are locked in?
You have 1 plus advantage, yes?
Yeah.
I'm
So give me that magical extra advantage. Okay, I am locked in.
And it's 3 purple.
Yeah, I got 3 purple.
You good to go.
All right. Oh, Jedi moment.
How do you guys get on me? I don't like this.
Dang, goodbye and goodbye. Oh, this was really successful. So much. Okay, 1, 2, 3 success, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
I think we also freed the Wookiees.
So as you're asking, you're like, is there anything that you can see, any signs?
Is there a chance they could still be alive?
No. All we found are bones that seem to have been picked clean.
Well, that's not exactly disappeared then. That's straight up murder.
They've disappeared from the Force. Mm-hmm.
And the realm of the living.
They're not here. But no, so I don't know. They seem to be, the rumors that I'm hearing are insectoid creatures that move in large groups, and they grab you and they take you into the caves. And then all we found are the remains of people afterwards.
You knew all that.
Well, I didn't want to scare you away from going in there.
Do you really think that we would be the types that would be scared away by the information?
I have bits of bone and blood.
Yeah,
under
you've
my
already
nails.
seen what he's capable of.
You make a very good point.
Now that we've established that we're not afraid,
Yes.
is there anything else that you were holding back on telling us?
Well, I was in the process of saying that, thankfully, with every work or everything that I've done, kind of keeping your actions upstairs under wraps, there's a communication issue between the base and the caves. Right now we're heading down to the encampment, which is where everyone kind of assembles, and there's the crew down there and the equipment. And the only communication that gets between the first floor and down here is a hard line. So I would suggest that maybe we cut that and we stop them from communicating. In addition to all that, it seems like the creatures make their nest in the Enclave itself.
Io, is it possible that these could be the dog creatures we faced earlier?
Well, she did say insectoid.
You said
creatures.
insectoid, yeah.
True, but you didn't see the footage.
It's very true. Either way. Bring it
Either
on.
way,
I hope it's more of those dog creatures. I wouldn't mind bagging a few more of them.
indeed.
Where's this hardwire we need to cut?
When we get to the bottom of the encampment, there's a generator that's keeping the lights on, and they keep the communication right next to it. It's very easy to find because you'll hear the generator, and we just need to disable it in a way that's not obvious, of course.
All right, well, I'm all for cutting off their communication.
You can handle that, can't you?
Are we splitting up again? And how did you get in the first place?
Oh, well,
Yes, tell us, Virgo. Tell us the way you snuck into here.
I thought it would be better if I tried to obtain the artifact on my own. I'm very familiar with the Imperials. I don't have the best relationship with the Empire, but I'm very familiar with the Imperials, and I thought it was very dangerous for all of us to go in together, and I know more about Imperial bases. So I tried. Didn't work out, obviously, but...
And you thought you would tell us afterwards?
Yep.
Why didn't you share this information before you left if you know more about bases?
It wasn't something I wanted to share. I didn't think you'd trust me.
We're all putting our asses on the line in this space. We could have used any additional help you might have offered.
Yes, well, if I'd gotten the artifact on my own, I could have returned and you would have been in no danger, so...
No, we would have been in the base. As we did, we proceeded to the base without you. Had you succeeded, you would have headed back and we would still be here with no artifact to obtain.
I would have let you know that I had it.
You know our comm links. You could have let us know at any point that you were here.
I'm not used to working with other people.
Noted.
Neither was I.
That's true.
We
As-
appreciate a heads up next time.
There's this tension that's building in...
I forgot the password.
4.
It's 4.
4. The password is 4.
Thank you, Perk.
You're welcome.
As the tension kind of builds back up in the elevator, it's very close because it's a lot of people in there, including Sergeant Stripes. The door opens up. You see, you're just, it's much bigger than you would imagine of an encampment to be. There seems to be kind of prefabricated buildings and tents, and there's a decent amount of crew. It looks like, from what you can tell, there's also civilians that are down here that are working, and it's kind of a large mining camp right at the base of this elevator. And as you take it all in, the caves, dark, water dripping everywhere, 2 stormtroopers at the elevator turn around and start walking towards where you guys are at.
Josie, I hope you have a plan.
What's the plan? Captain, what's the plan?
Jahuzi, what are all of these civilians doing down here? Are they indentured servants, for lack of a better term?
No, they're the workforce that we've hired from the locals.
Right, hired. Sure. All right. I have a plan.
Stormtroopers continue to move forward.
Captain, what's the plan?
You're all part of the workforce. Just play along.
Captain is best captain.
Their voices are masked by the distortion of their helmets as it echoes through this cave area. This wasn't cleared. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Lieutenant Lisev. Officer Jahuzi and I are bringing these new recruits for the workforce here. They're just going to be put through some tests for proper placement.
Okay, roll. You do your charm.
Sure, great.
And you're gonna get, it's gonna be, again, only 3 purple.
Okay.
But you're gonna get a natural boost because you're with the science officer.
Right, of course. 3 purple.
Thank you for the boost.
You know, I'm gonna show my appreciation by taking one of those
that
boosts.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I'm locked in.
Go ahead.
Okay. And that was pointless, but it's fine. It's all good. There we go. So I got a success with 3 advantage.
once you tell that, science officer next to you pulls out a data cylinder and goes, "This is my access. It should, yes, we are bringing them all here. I cleared it, and as you know, I have jurisdiction of the base, and I'm bringing the workforce. And I would ask if you kindly move out of the way." And she just starts to move forward and pushes her way through the stormtroopers. And come, Lieutenant, bring the crew, and the other one, and Sergeant Cool Blue Stripes is there. It's like pushes Herg. You feel him as he pulls something off of the back of your fur. Move, alien. Oh God, it's still.
There's some spines too. Back there. I turned to Cool Blue. Good job. Good job. Keep going. Keep going.
Don't make me use this on you.
Good.
Pulls out his gun.
We're friends. You're doing a good job.
And
Move along, recruits.
Grumble, grumble.
so as you grumble your way, the science officer.
I just pull my hood lower. I just pull my hood lower.
She starts leading you through an encampment. You see again, there's different states and tents and people living in them. It seems like the workforce that's there isn't necessarily any sort of duress. Like they're not chained up or anything. They're living in these buildings, these prefabricated structures. And as she's moving through, she stops. She kind of looks over, motions over, and you hear and see that there's this generator with a small little equipment structure next to it that looks like it's the communication device that she was talking about.
Okay.
Great, excellent. Sergeant, you take them, and then you watch them, and Lieutenant and I will go gather supplies.
Of course.
Excellent, excellent. Motions for you to come with me.
I walk over with her.
Are they going to be okay?
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I shoot a look over at Herg that's like, just be cool.
Is there anyone? So they've left.
They're kind of walking away. You're in the middle of this kind of makeshift camp in this pathway that's cutting through it, and Cool Blue is there. It's like, so how do you guys want to do this?
Do I have any familiarity with the generator type? Is it something that makes sense to me?
Yes, I mean relatively. You've had a lot of experience with similar things, so maybe not necessarily this model, but in your experience, you know it. Yes.
Okay. Can I roll? What would I roll to?
If you're trying,
how would I?
Should we try to create a
disable it?
distraction or something?
Hold on. Let me just look at this for a second.
Well, I mean, I
Unless
guess
you know how to disarm it.
I don't.
I don't. I mean, how? What are you asking me? You asked me how I would do it?
No,
I would probably, I don't know, cut a wire, or I don't know, maybe if we can hack it to not get a signal, or I mean, we could blow it up, but I don't know if that's necessarily.
I think that would draw
you
a
have
lot of
those
attention.
charges, right?
Extreme.
Oh, too extreme. Yeah, no, that's right.
do
I was
have the
testing you,
charges.
and you passed.
How simple would this be for me to disarm it? Is it something I can just disarm with the tools I have on me?
You can attempt to, yes. I mean,
Well,
you wouldn't
let's do
really
that.
know until you got to it and kind of assessed it.
I think that's better than blowing it up off the bat. I think that would draw some attention, maybe.
Caleb,
All right, let's do it.
I also have this bag of clamps, if you need it.
It's entirely possible.
Here. I toss the bag of clamps.
Thank
See, if
you.
you go at it and someone comes by, we're screwed.
We have no choice. If we wait too long, the signal's going to get down here and they're going to know what happened upstairs.
Yes, I know, but would we be better off creating a distraction of some sort while you work, right?
Do you have a suggestion for a distraction?
All I'm thinking is poison. I could poison someone. That's all that's in my head right now. I feel
I
like
think I can
Say
handle
poison,
this.
and Cool Blue's like, yeah,
not
poison.
That's no. I don't want that reaction from you when I
We
suggest
can just
something.
poison the generator. I like
no,
it.
no, not poison the generator.
Virgo, I'll tell you what. If I'm having problems and/or someone is starting to notice, have a distraction at the ready to draw their attention away. But don't distract yet.
Cool Blue locks eyes with Io. And
What?
Io, I mean, we've been through a lot, and I really, really respect your opinion on this.
What?
What would you do right now in this situation?
Well,
What do you think we should do?
I'm not exactly tech savvy, so I would leave it to Caleb.
Caleb, yeah, it's what I.
That's
Yes.
discretion.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We should leave it.
I think he's got a crush on you.
We'll leave it with him.
Time is of the essence.
And stop
Let me add
working.
this. I head over to look at it, get
Okay.
a better look,
I-
decide what I need to do.
I move to just sort of stand precariously in front of him, sort of just widening my cloak a little bit, you know.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to.
Sort
so,
of just trying to, you know.
and
If
then
you're trying to distract me, it's not working.
Virgo, what are you doing?
Point. I'm just trying to.
I'm 9 feet tall. I'll just stand there. I'm large. You are. Yes?
Fine,
Okay.
fine.
So
I stand behind Caleb.
you're all walking in this
working.
direction, and then Io, you're continuing to go with them, or
I'll hover around. I don't want to stand too close because if they see enough of us standing there, enough of us non-humans standing there, it's going to look mighty suspicious. So
think
I
that's a good
will.
idea.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to. Can I just walk around having my molecular knife under my cloak, just sort of surveying everything?
okay.
Yeah.
So
Actually, you and I could
We'll
do
just
that,
stand at
right?
a distance.
That's,
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
good
Close
idea.
enough, just in case.
Yes.
Yep. So as I guess Herg and Caleb are walking over to this generator, you guys are keeping your distance, but kind of trying to
Yes.
not look like you're keeping your distance.
Yes.
Okay.
We're good at this. We've done this stuff
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
So Caleb, as you're moving closer to this generator, you see that there's this looks just like a table that's kind of been thrown together with this communication equipment that's plugged into this generator that's feeding it, and a line that looks like it's going into the caves and like up. And there is a technician that's headphones on at the communication device.
So, we have to get past the technician. I have no type of clearance here. I think we gotta take him. We gotta take him out. We've lost our one contact.
Or you're human. Make yourself useful.
Distract him with your wit.
Yes. I got this. I will go and we'll move, I'll get him out of there, and then Caleb's gonna go in because that's what we came up with as a group. This is good.
Blue,
Yes.
are you alright?
I
Since the hallway where we just came from, you seemed queasy,
I don't
unsure
like
of yourself.
closed in spaces.
You're claustrophobic.
Blue, if you're not up to this, maybe we can get Virgo to open her cloak again. Distract him that way.
That's
Yes,
that's not what I was doing at all.
If we do that, then I can do this. I
Are
can
you
do
sure?
This. I'm sure as my name is Cool Blue Stripes. Yeah, let's do this. So
I don't even believe that's your name, so that doesn't instill any confidence in me at all.
That's why he's going by Rawl right now.
he starts to walk over to the technician.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
I can tell from here that Kublu's face is giving away the fact that he is not doing well.
Cool Blue starts walking over, and he starts to lean on the table to kind of talk to this guy. And as he does it, it wasn't. Again, it's a makeshift table with the equipment. it falls and it comes down, and all the equipment crashes down on top of the technician, and it makes a loud noise, right? But the equipment comes down, and Cool Blue just panic looks over like.
Okay, I want to attempt to head over there and act like, "Are you okay? Can I help you? Let me help you with the stuff." And cut.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna do a skullduggery.
Yes, skullduggery.
Second skullduggery always
Skullduggery.
has.
I love it.
I don't have any extra skullduggery, but my cunning is a whopping 2. So is that just 2 of these?
2 is
Two
green.
Two green.
Take,
Oh, right,
take the boost.
Take the
This
boost.
goes for sure. Oh, we need the boost.
Yeah, you gotta take it. Take it. Take it. Oh man.
Can't afford.
And then it's gonna be.
I have ranks in
3.
skullduggery.
It's gonna be 3 purple. So while this is going on, the science officer Avila is walking with.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh no.
Why has that happened to all of our
That's not
boosts?
so good.
Captain.
Oh, that's right.
You're walking.
Mistakes. This
No,
becomes
it's a success. It's a success.
Success only.
Yes.
One of these gets
Good.
What do you think? I've just analyzed the data that they've pulled from the caves. I haven't actually, this isn't my type of thing that I normally do. What do we need to go into the caves?
Well, what do we need? I mean, we need a team of people who are,
Check.
that are gonna be able to fight off.
As you say that, you hear a crash that happens off in the distance. It sounded like maybe it came from over there.
I think we should go check that out. I think that may be related to that team that I mentioned before.
Oh my.
Shouldn't have left him alone.
Okay, so she starts to walk with you back in this direction. So you
Yes.
roll it a success.
Success with 1 disadvantage.
As you go to kind of help this person up, and you pull out a tool used to cut the wire. And as far as you can tell, it seems like you've done that as to the best of your ability without being seen. But as you go to pick up the technician, he shoves you off of him and he's like, "Get your alien hands off me, you filth."
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
Look at this. It's gonna take me forever to put this back together.
Again, my apologies.
Cool Blue steps up. Yeah, I'm taking him over to the processing. I'll get him out of here. I saw it. He just came up, and I'll take care of him. And he's like, let's get out of here.
All right.
And we get out of there.
So as they come back, and you're all kind of there, at the same time, everyone comes back together.
Captain, mission accomplished.
Excellent.
What?
Sir Jafuzi, is there somewhere here that we can convene and make a plan for how we're going to proceed down into these caves?
That is a good idea.
Well, is there?
Oh, yes. There's an area that they've always said I could use. I've never been down here. Let's go to, there's a lot of other scientists down here that I can't vouch for their,
All right.
maybe their attitudes towards some of the members of your team.
Understood.
She pulls out a data pad and starts activating it. You see like a little image pop up of, it looks like the cave network, but it's not complete. So it's mostly focused around the encampment that she has. She's like, I know it's around here. Follow me. She starts to walk, looking down at this data pad, just kind of tracking it on her phone.
All right.
She just starts walking off.
Follow.
We're going to follow her.
We follow.
Yep.
Cool Blue, keep up the great work.
I did it. We did it.
Yes.
We all did it.
Teamwork.
Yes, Cool Blue. Very smooth.
Good.
Indeed.
Very smooth.
Good.
Ah!
And as you put the paw on, there's just flakes of still things that were in there.
All right.
Oh my god. Aren't cats supposed to self-clean?
I'm doing that now. I've been a little busy.
Moving along then.
You're making your way through the encampment.
Is this drawing any
And it's just echoing through the cave.
Do we see any more troopers? I've seen the stormtroopers.
You saw the
initially.
2 stormtroopers that were by the elevator. Everything else just seems to be technicians, and then the random, maybe an army soldier
Army,
or 2,
yeah,
right?
okay.
So the difference would be, stormtroopers are in their full white uniforms, and soldiers are just kind of.
We're in a tunnel, right?
We're in the cave. You guys are in the encampment.
Heading
That's
towards.
the Jedi enclave.
Great.
That's in the ruins of this cave.
Okay.
A network of caves.
I'm standing in the back, clutching my knife, looking behind, making sure nothing's coming off.
I'm gonna roll something real quick. Oh, I just noticed that.
Thank you for the boosts. And the votes.
Avila moves her way through the encampment, just following nose into the data pad. And she's just like, oh, we're here. And you see what looks like a very small, again, prefabricated little structure. She's like, I guess this is, well, let's all go inside.
All right.
As you walk in, it's filled with crates and equipment that seems to have just been stored in here. That looks like maybe this isn't where it's supposed to be stored, but this building doesn't seem to have been in use pretty much. And she's like, well, there doesn't seem to be anyone here. I guess let's formulate our plan.
All right. So, what do we know about the layout of these caves?
We've sent teams in to try and map it out. There's thankfully a very simple tunnel that leads from the encampment through to the other side that we've been constantly pushing through. The problem is there's a lot of kind of tunnels that break off and go into the farther sections that we haven't mapped out fully because, well, that's where some of the creatures seem to be dragging people off to, as well as the Enclave.
Okay. Which one of these is the least full of dead people?
That's a good question. Hold on. She starts to work on her data pad for a second. So she's kind of loses herself and starts activating files.
Can I look around at the crates and see if there's anything that might be of use?
Yeah. So you're gonna do a perception check?
Yes, I am.
I'd like to do that too.
Yep. We can. Everyone who'd like to can perceive as much as they'd like to.
I mean, just 2.
I have a question.
What's the difficulty on it?
It's gonna be 2 purple.
Is it Jahoozy or Janoozy?
You've heard it said differently.
Jeff Zombie.
Jeff Johnny?
She seems to refer to herself as Yanuzi,
Yanuzi.
but
You replace
other
yellows,
people
right?
who are talking to her
I
are
have two.
saying
I have two, yeah.
Januzi.
Yeah. You have 2 that you're replacing.
Janoozy?
That's how
Newsy.
she's referring to herself.
I'll
Yes.
put it here. So I have 2 success with 1 advantage.
Oh, so okay, and then you didn't use any of the boosts.
I didn't.
Okay. So you have 2 success, 1 advantage.
We will use those boosts.
Perception is. Oh, got it. Okay.
I feel like I could search
2.
4 times if I need to.
Are they originally green?
Yes.
And then okay, great. Okay, two yellow, 1 green. Okay, good. 2 yellow, 1 green.
And then 2 purple.
2 purple.
And then do you want to use any of your boosts?
You got him.
I mean,
Do it.
should I? I'll use a boost.
Yeah, perfect.
I think we're gonna find
And then you're locked in,
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
and then I'm locked in. So you look around. It seems like it's mostly just gear and equipment
And
that's
that's
been stored in here. There's a few
Oh, great.
boxes that look like there's electronics in it, but it's just like simplistic things like monitors and pads. Nothing seems really to pop out. It just looks like it's been people have thrown things in here as just a makeshift storage section. But you've seen some things which like equipment that would be used in caves.
Well, I will take said equipment that could be used in caves. Is it something I can carry?
It's like climbing.
I want climbing gear. I want lights. I want lights, climbing gear, any whatever.
He wants nutrition bars. Because we're down there for a while.
What did you end up rolling?
Camel
Success.
packs.
Okay, so you see the most of the same thing where it's just like as you just see all these boxes and you're starting to grab the equipment. So you're getting like climbing gear, what looks like headlamps, like camelbacks, right? All this equipment that you would use for like spelunking or heading out into.
Can I take the same?
Yeah, you open it now so everyone sees it.
Is there enough for everyone to have?
If everyone wanted to grab it, yes.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Looks like we've got climbing gear.
Yes.
We need it.
Now we get the spelunking versions of our action figures.
Cool. I all of a sudden have camo under my Looks so cool.
As
Newsy?
you've kind of taken that, yes, here it is. And she projects this image from a datapad that kind of goes up. It's got like a holographic projector on the datapad. And you see the network of caves as it starts to slowly spin around. And she goes, well, here's the caves and here's the main pathway. And you see it heading towards what looks like the kind of Jedi Enclave part. It goes into this darkness. She goes, and here are the attacks. She pushes a button. Beep, 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 beep. You see all of these red beeps along this main path. I've analyzed it, and it looks like we have to go through this area no matter what. But, and like a green marker starts filling out one of the tunnels. If we take this tunnel and we go over this gorge, it seems like we can get to the Enclave while avoiding most of what looks like this danger area.
Well, I say that's the path we should take then. Out of curiosity, who were these people and for what purpose were they going deeper into the caves?
The Empire?
Was it Imperials that were going deeper in?
That we're dying.
For the Enclave?
Yes.
My research has showed that it was an old Republic Jedi Enclave. The reports, it's not my area of expertise, but what I've researched seems to say that there was some sort of event that happened here on Dantooine, and like the original Enclave was destroyed, but they built a new one, and they hid it inside the mountain, but after they hid it, it was abandoned for some reason, and that's all I've been able to research on it. I don't know.
But the people that were going in looking for the Enclave, were they Imperials or were they?
Yes, we found that it seemed like the rebels had no idea that this was, I don't know why they never thought to look, but when we took over the base, the reports, they started surveying everything, and we found that there was this network, and as we explored it, it seems that we found the Enclave, and at that point it was just more information kept coming in, and then there were the attacks, and as the attacks kept happening, there was all this pressure from the outside that kept telling us we needed to keep moving forward, and then that's when I realized that what was inside was this artifact, and I knew that I needed to get this to the Alliance because and she stops. I needed to get it to the Alliance.
You put what?
You're being vague. I'm also vague.
Okay.
I know it when I see it.
Don't worry, Captain will get something.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 4.
4. Ooh, okay. I am going to take at least I'm gonna take 1 boost.
Okay.
Locked in.
And you're locked in? I'm
That's
good.
conservative.
Okay.
1 boost.
Yeah. I don't even know why I bother taking boosts anymore.
So, did you grab additional climbing gear, or did you just? I'm assuming if you wanted to, you could grab all the things that you don't have, like lamps and stuff like that.
Right.
Do you keep the extra?
You're
Do you
good.
grab an extra set of rope, or do you
I
keep
grab
what
an
you
extra set of rope because you never know.
have? You never know. You never know.
2 success, 1 disadvantage.
Well, I found out through a source of mine about this group that why they were looking for these artifacts, and it's a sensitive subject. I don't want to go. I know that bad people are trying to find this. As much as the Empire does a lot of good, the more and more I see there's something that's been wrong with like how they're approaching. The rebels just seemed like the right people to give this to, and I knew that it couldn't fall into the hands of these people that are looking for it. And as she says that, the flap to the prefabricated building flips open, and a scientist walks in and is startled by everyone. And there's Dr. Januzzi. What's going on here? I didn't think that you came down into the caves at all.
Who's closest to him? I'm in the back, by the way.
You're in the back. Okay. We didn't. Who is the closest to him? Who's standing by the door?
I was.
She said she was in the back
Yeah.
Yeah.
with her
I
hand
think
on her
it's.
knife
I think
It's probably me.
or something.
It's Captain and Yanuzi standing right next to her because you guys went and kind of pilfered the interior of it.
So they are towards the
door.
entrance, and we are in the back.
In the back.
I see.
So he sees you.
We're simply outfitting these new recruits for a little mission to go deeper into the mines. There's something of great interest to the Empire down there. Officer Yanuzi was kind enough to allow me access to this area to outfit this team appropriately.
Charm.
Okay.
I'm like starting to get dizzy, and I'm clutching my knife. I'm not at the hilt anymore. Like I'm on the blade, and it's just making my hand bleed, and I'm not realizing it. So
What's
messed up
the
right now.
difficulty?
It's gonna be 3.
3. Okay.
I smell blood.
I'm fine.
Virgo,
I'm okay.
what's
Okay.
happening?
3.
I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Why not?
And you want to use any of the boosts?
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1.
And I'm locked.
I'm locked in.
So while this conversation is happening, as this
Good. The boost actually did something.
scientist walked in,
Oh snap!
We'll be fine.
Okay. Goodbye.
Virgo, you feel a tension forming inside yourself as you're gripping this blade.
Feel what?
A tension as you see this Imperial scientist walk in, and you're grasping your blade and it's bleeding, and her, you smell it, right? And you said,
I smell blood. Virgo, are you alright?
I'm fine.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Get it together.
I'm trying.
What's going on? Take your hand off of the blade.
Triumph with an advantage.
Total Jedi mind.
dang. Okay, hold on real quick. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I thought we weren't sending any more crews in there after they didn't find the last ones. I guess, well, is there anything that you guys need? I guess it looks like you're grabbing some stuff. I guess good luck.
Is there anything you think we'll need?
Are you offering anything?
Yeah, I mean, well, you don't have any of, it seems like you're grabbing the equipment, but you're not bringing any of the sticks that keep them away.
Can we get some of those, please?
Yeah,
They would be very useful.
Yes.
I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Thank
With
you,
Thank you
sticks.
very much.
officer,
I'm just
We'll be here
a
later.
scientist.
scientist.
And he leaves.
Sticks that keep them away.
That sounds awfully suspicious.
Maybe he meant more vibroaxes.
I don't think they have too many vibroaxes just laying around down here, Herg, but it's a great thought.
Everyone. Virgo put her hand on her blade and made herself bleed and didn't realize it.
He was staring at me.
Is there a reason for him to stare at you?
No, I'm scared he might recognize me.
Do you recognize him?
From what?
Why would he recognize you?
Who are you?
Listen, I already told you I don't have a good relationship with the Empire.
What did you do?
Virgo, if you're going to compromise this mission, you should give us a heads up.
Exactly. If it's going to affect us, we need to know.
I am wanted.
By the Empire?
Yes.
Oh, great.
I am wanted by the Empire
For what?
for something very, very bad.
And yet you decided to come here by yourself.
Because if someone was going to die, it was going to be me, not you. That's why I came by myself.
Yeah, I'd believe that if you'd told us you were coming by yourself. Without a heads up, it doesn't stop us from still completing our mission and putting ourselves in danger. More danger,
I
thanks to
thought
you.
I could get in and out in time, before you even came.
Well, can you keep your head down a little bit more?
Trying, I have horns.
What did you do?
What's the worst thing you can think of?
Kill a baby? Did you kill a baby of the Empire? Did you kill the Emperor's baby? I don't know.
Hug, I didn't.
I once stole an entire planet's worth of treasure from a hut.
Yes, I once threw a child.
Yes, well, I did something much worse. I'm just scared. He looked at me like he knew me. And
Couldn't have been that bad. You didn't kill a baby.
I didn't kill a baby.
All right.
What was it?
Well,
If
standing here debating this isn't getting us anywhere. We're all here now.
I just need to
We
move
have to get
back.
through
I
this
need to move
together.
through that. I will just move. I move as far away as I can from.
I'll
All right.
stand in front of you.
Thank you.
And you might want to get that wrapped up. Who knows? It may be attracted to blood down here.
That's true. And now we have to make a decision. And quickly, do we wait
Rip
for
off
this?
a piece of
Give
my.
me your hand.
The sticks, whatever they are,
Are you going to
sound
lick
like
it?
they're going
Yes.
to be incredibly useful for us.
Oh my
I think
god.
we need them.
All right.
There. Bandages.
I just rip off a piece of my cloak.
As you rip it off and you start to wrap it, you do realize that it seemed like whatever was just happened to your hand, the licking of it did seem to stop the bleeding all of a sudden, but you continue to wrap it.
Togorians for the win.
Healing saliva. Can I take my scarf and just, I have hood over, you can only see my eyes, just so sneaky.
Just
I'm so
ninja.
sneaky.
So
Just ninja.
as you're trying to do this, the scientist Avila goes into a crate and picks out what looks like a hard helmet with a light on it, and just goes up to you. It's like, here, I think you need this.
Thank you.
She puts a hand like as he hands it over to you, and it's like a brief moment. You touch, and she just looks at you very sympathetically. We'll make it through this.
Yanuzi, do you know anything about these sticks? Is this a real thing, or should we be like running?
They were researching on something to repel the creatures, but I didn't see anything come across my desk that we had succeeded at this point. They really come at you. So I know this was a top priority, but I never saw anything come across my desk.
Be alert. This may be a trap.
It might. But I think it's worth sticking around to find out.
I agree.
If something happens to all of you because of me, I'm not going to be able to bear it.
And I think you should consider wearing headgear at all times. For all of our sake.
Indeed.
I put the helmet on.
So after a few minutes, the science officer that was there, that comes back, and as the flap comes open, he walks in, and behind him comes another scientist, and the one that was originally talking to you comes up with a box. It's like, we don't actually have that many left, as much as I thought, so just, I guess, use these sparingly, but he opens up like a little case, and there's just these 2 vials in it. And he goes, yeah, so you break these and then you throw them, and they tend to go away. Except it makes the big ones really, really angry. So just be careful when you open them. But good luck in there, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
The entire time, this other science officer is just staring at you very intently. Not saying anything, just staring at you. And after he gives you that crate, comes back, the first one gives him a look, and he just goes, they turn around and they walk out.
Well, it seems like we've acquired what should be some pretty useful equipment for this journey. Overall, I would say it's a win, and it looks like you were narrowly not recognized there, Virgo.
Yep. I'll try my best.
All right.
I guess, before we go, there's one important thing. So, once we get to the Enclave, the artifact, I guess it's best to explain as much as I can. I don't know where exactly it's at. I have an idea of where it's at, because it's hard to explain scientifically, but there's some sort of like signal or presence, or I don't know how to describe it. There's just sensors are picking up something that's coming from one of the rooms that's farther in, but I don't know what exactly we're looking for.
Great.
So,
Is she coming with? Are you coming with us?
well, yes, of course.
All right.
But thankfully, I have this. And she pulls out another strange-looking contraption. It looks like it's a handle with these like prongs. She pushes the button. It gets a little bit bigger. She's like, "This will help us move to this anomaly, and then hopefully it will present itself when we find it. But I have this. I feel like we'll know what it is when we get there. But I figured." I've never done anything like this, so just in case something happens to me, you should know how to find this.
Sure. Show us how it works.
Well, it's on, and you can see, and there's like a beep, 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 faintly off, like kind of farther into the cave network. As you get closer, it's rather simple. It just picks up this anomaly wavelength, and you'll know as it will beep faster and more intense as you get closer, and presumably when we're on top of it, we'll know.
That's how we're going to find what it is we're looking for.
It's the best, yes.
I say we get a move on. It's only a matter of time before they figure out how to reattach the communications.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, and you have the sticks and I have this. And
How many sticks do we have?
there was 2.
Oh my god.
I guess, Captain? Or should I say Lieutenant?
Let's proceed.
Cool Blue has been strangely quiet during this time. Has just been sitting on a crate, just staring off at the door, the flap.
Cool Blue, what is it?
No, caves aren't scary. That's fine. Creature things. Look.
Cold Blue, man up. We don't have time for this.
Or you're welcome to stay behind.
Yes. Make a decision.
Captain. No. Well, actually, hold on. Just gotta. I can't just.
We have a saying on Tagoria. Kaka, or get off of the log.
As you use your euphemism of, I'm sorry, what was it? What was it?
The saying on Tagoria goes, Kaka, or get off of the log.
You say that and it resonates with him?
It means, roughly translated, look within yourself to find your true spirit to guide you in the right direction. In our culture, logs hold a significance for sentedness. It is a tough translation.
It's funny, I would have thought it meant something completely different.
Yes, it's very brief
Like what?
language for
I get that all the time.
deep meaning.
What are you referring to?
Many cultures are very different.
Yes.
It's true.
I would chalk it up to that.
Yes.
Anyway, let's start walking.
You've encouraged him. He's gotten up and he's centered himself kind of in the moment, but he just starts sweating
Captain,
profusely. Just sweating everywhere.
Yes.
you have the sticks, right?
I do.
Give one to Cool Blue Stripe.
Would that make you feel better?
I mean, if you think that it would
We do.
tactically make sense for me to hold on to them,
Give him a
I don't really think it makes sense to give him one.
I'm sorry, I've had about enough of this back and forth. I don't know you that well, Cool Blue. Maybe the others can speak for you.
Pretty much
Would
the
it be
same.
more advantageous to have him with us or staying here as a contact on this side?
I vote for him staying here.
Cool Blue, I don't
realize
want
that
you
was
to
an
die.
option.
I
You
say
should stay here.
It's an option if he's gonna get us killed.
I say we leave him behind.
Are we going to a location and bringing back the artifact here?
Can I?
I believe so.
I
that
want
the
to
plan?
walk up
Is
to
that
one
our
of the
only way
crates and
Yeah.
break off part of it to give it to him.
the crate, okay.
I just want to break off a stick off the crate to give it to him. Just to leave it with him
I see. You're
as a
breaking.
security blanket.
Yes, you're giving him a
stick.
A stick.
Yes.
A stick.
A stick.
Not the stick, but a stick.
Okay, first roll for your brawl.
My brawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yunuzi,
Yes.
is the plan to retrieve the artifact and bring it to this location?
The only way up that I know is the elevator,
It's
so
just
we have to
that,
come
right?
back
Yeah.
this way.
Good.
Then we should leave Cool Blue behind.
Blue, we should leave Cool Blue behind.
Brawl, right?
No, it's
You said brawl, right?
You
One
say
should
so.
be in danger, Cool Blue.
That makes sense
I
for me
think-
to stay.
how many difficulties?
Two.
Cool Blue, I think you'll be of
Don't
more.
steal one for fighting a crate, please.
Oh, yes.
I think it's great.
We're gonna battle and we're gonna need that, and we will use it.
Right.
Cool Blue, I think it makes
okay,
more
so-
sense for you to stay here.
And then those two.
That way,
Yeah, but-
you can be our communication back here, and we'll stay in touch with you for as long as we can. I'm sure eventually our comms are going to give out, but if we don't come back, then at least someone will know.
I will secure our exit.
Yes.
I have 3 advantages.
Okay, so you try to break it off, and as you're gripping it, you just break the crate instead of trying to open it
With my blood hand.
with the bloody hand. So it's blood everywhere. It just kind of reopens the.
I'm just not in control of my emotions right now.
But in opening that, you fail at opening the crate and breaking off a piece and handing to him, but breaking the crate itself, it just maybe you didn't see it before when you guys were doing your initial sweep. Looks like it's a small container of a handful of power packs.
Yoink.
Yeah. We'll take them.
Found power packs.
Toss one here.
Yeah, I'll take one. I have a little trouble with my blaster pretty frequently.
So you find 5, so you pass
each.
them all out.
Perfect.
Perfect. And Cool Blue is like, well, I'll stay here. I'll secure the exit. Good luck out there.
Okay, great. Cool Blue
all right.
staying behind.
you
Virgo
hear-
hates crates. Let's go.
Let's go.
If you hear anything, Cool Blue, let us know when that comes. Keep a lookout. 4.
Moving along.
Okay, so you turn behind you and it seems like Avila is just kind of observing everything and just taking notes of this whole interaction. Oh, are we ready?
Yes.
I wanted to ask an above game
Oh,
question.
no.
Yeah,
Do I have poison?
you do.
Okay, how do I shoot it into people? What's my method?
There's a few ways.
Okay, so can I range? Can I stick it
Yes,
into my
you
gun?
have that, yes.
And can I close combat poison people?
Yes.
Sick, yo, thanks. wait, immediate acting poison, or can I pick what poison? Can I pick my poison?
You have, as of now, you have
Yeah.
one that you have.
What kind?
It's just, up for the poison, it's just something that does damage to someone upon impact, right? Or introduction to the system. You also have a second one, which is used for knocking people out.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think you've already picked your poison. Heyo.
Oh, crap! Hey!
Oh,
This ended, I think. I was so distracted with the cool blues. Tier 1.
I care about cool blue.
Light side. So, everyone at home, what happens is we stop clock in an hour, we'll resolve this effect, we'll restart the clock and continue going. But first off, Tier 1.
Yes.
Alderaanian refugees. So, here's the thing. Not everyone who was from Alderaan was on the planet when destroyed, so they've started creating a network of people to kind of come back together, and they formed their own sort of mini fleet, a flotilla of Alderaanians who are kind of have this home that moves through the galaxy.
Is this Battlestar Galactica? This is not Battlestar Galactica. This is. Is the head all Duranian Edward James Olmos?
Could be. But here's the light side effect, right? So that's happening. But instead of going down a path of anger and revenge and a militaristic view,
Space hippies!
the Alderaanians have decided that despite the destruction of their planet, they're focusing on still their values of peace and kind of move as a beacon throughout the galaxy as like someone who holds firm to this. So this fleet of Alderaanian ships is moving through. What happens to them next? I guess we'll have to see, but Tier 1 light side.
Yay!
Ooh. So that's been resolved, and then I'm gonna just do this real quick.
See how that affects us.
Okay, so for the next hour, everyone has +1 to their soak.
Oh, nice! Yeah, probably.
Randomly roll.
It's your
soak.
defense.
So that means you'll take 1 less damage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reset the clock.
Write down a temporary.
Yep.
Do it.
Start it up.
Cool.
Okay.
Starting it up.
Okay.
I'm starting it up.
Okay.
It's started. Okay, so she seemed to kind of be observing. He's like, oh, okay. I guess let's do this. Let's
go.
Okay. So she turns it back around and pushes a button, and the device that she had that's tracking this anomaly closes back into itself. She puts it back in her pocket. She's like, okay, so we need to just get out of the encampment.
Yes.
I guess let me lead the way.
All right.
So very confidently, again, she's only like 5'4", right? And she seems actually really young to be a scientist, but she just walks her way through and gets to what looks like the edge of the encampment that's heading off into the caves. And waiting there is an Imperial officer who sees you approaching. Starts walking towards you. Avila, it seems that you have graced us with your presence. I thought you had a very firm stance of not coming down the caves. It's wonderful to see you. Can you, I guess, we're honored by you finally to come down here and spend time with us. What exactly is it that you're doing? That I've heard you were sending people into the caves?
She's acting under my jurisdiction. We've received intel that there is a particular artifact that's of quite a lot of interest to the Empire down here. And while we certainly don't wish to sacrifice any of our distinguished officers, it couldn't be helped that we're using Officer Januzzi here because she seems to be the most well-informed on the layout of these underground caves, despite the fact that you claim that she never makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Charm it up.
Okay.
That would be terrible if you made me roll for all
You, why you're good. Oh crap! I'm the new cool blue.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 3 purple
3.
and 1 red.
1 red.
Do we solve the other advantage that we had before? Is that
That is gone.
That's gone,
But
yeah.
you guys do have
The extra
A 4.
soak. Okay, I'm going to take a boost then. I'm gonna take 2 boosts actually.
Yes.
Save those abilities.
You're locked in.
I am.
I will add 3 setback to that.
Except you're only gonna add 2 because I have a little skill that eliminates one of those black dice, which is called Kill with Kindness. Remove
Not
1 black
feeling the
rank
kindness
per
right now.
kill with kindness for all charm and leadership attempts.
Kill him with kindness tap.
Yes.
Okay.
Ka.
All right.
Too early to tell. Too early to tell.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, 2 success with 1 disadvantage.
It's understandable. It would make sense to not spend any more of our security team down here. Of course, please do not let me stop you from going into the caves. But I must insist that the good doctor stays here. But of course, if you're working under her and you have orders, who am I to stop you? Actually, on that note, I'm of course a little concerned for your safety in the caves. So, I don't know. And you hear another female voice coming from farther up ahead as this trooper comes forward. It looks very similar to like a scout trooper, but it's almost been armor has been specialized a little bit to maybe be like a cave trooper. But the scout trooper mask is open, and a female voice goes, "Oh, don't worry, we'll take care of them, sir. We actually have a team that's waiting for you guys. We heard that from some of the other sciences officers. So of course, we'd love to escort you guys out into. We'll take care of you out there."
Fantastic.
Excellent. Well, if you guys are ready, we'll just a little bit. If come with me, we'll get you through this.
Wonderful. Yes.
And then she closes the face mask of the cave trooper helmet and turns around and kind of points.
All right.
I guess, excellent. Of course, I should be staying here, but
I don't think we should trust them.
I don't think we have a choice. Besides, they're going to escort us
she
to our advantage.
goes to all of you and says, until you come back, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and good luck out there. She stops at Io for a second, and you just feel as the device that she has slips kind of into your hand and your grasp. She's like, and take care out there as well, friend. And moves on to her, and
Do we notice that?
no, just you.
Okay.
Goes up to you, big 9-foot tall cat creature, and just, yes, and starts to reach out for a hand. Just kind of like touches, you're still, I mean, you've been cleaning yourself, but she knows where the paws have been. Just kind of takes one finger and is like, yes, okay. I guess I will go be back at my office if you need me when you come back.
Do you have an intercom?
I do, but I don't
Our
think
code
you-
is 4.
Excellent. 4. It's good code.
Send your shot of everybody there all the time.
peculiar.
Or just-
It's just-
Alien creatures. They're
Say it very quiet.
Our secret code is 4! We're 4 if you want to follow what we're doing back and
Shaking
forth.
my hand.
It's 4.
When she was shaking my hand, do you have an intercom? Our code is 4.
they're so simple.
I go back to having a mental breakdown.
gives a wink, and then so she's heading back into the outpost, and there's this cave trooper, and she's motioning for you to kind of waiting for you to catch up.
May the force be with you.
You say that to
Yunuzi.
Yes, Yunusi.
turns around, and goes back. She's kind of mounts
I just
it.
go.
Keeps writing notes in her data.
All right.
So
We follow after. Well,
I do one of these things as we're leaving. I invent this. I go. Because this is a long time to go.
It's the
So I
very-
actually invent that.
very first time. And like, there's like a brief moment where everyone, not only in this group, sees it, but like the entire camp around you for a moment, who's like there, just for some reason locks eyes with that.
Yes.
And then you see all of these science officers as they're walking back.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Try it if you like it.
God,
I
the
should
world
try
has
all the
changed.
things. Like nicking your partners with bullets.
I saved your ass. Get over it.
right then.
You've messed up my face.
So now it's just the 5 of you and this cave trooper that's. I guess when you guys are ready to go in, we were just about to go there anyways. This worked out, I guess. So come with us and we'll get you there.
Lead the way.
Can we perceive anything about these people's intentions?
You can. Well, she leads you
no.
to the rest of her squad.
Can I just say, when you make people walk, I love that you make them walk like Muppets. I mean, you could just do this, which would be kind of a Spike Lee walk, but you go with the full Muppet, and I love that every time.
Can I see what I can perceive about these people that I'm with?
Yeah, you can. So I guess what you're gonna do is.
I don't trust anyone. Okay. Roll perception.
Yeah, we're gonna go with perception for now until I figure out
2, okay, so
better
it's 2
than
yellow,
that.
1 green. And then what's
They're like an
the
intuition.
counter?
3 purple.
3 purple.
And did you want to
can I-
use any of your dice?
What?
You have a pool of dice. Did you want to use any of
Oh.
those?
Can I take a boost? Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Just one?
I should probably take 2.
Take them.
Take more. Alright.
You guys are good?
2.
I'm good as well.
I'm locked in.
Yep.
Ooh.
This is nothing. Okay. And then this is these 2, right?
So as we wait to
Oh,
see
no,
what the
sorry,
full
those
extent
ones.
of
Those
what that is, the rest of the group sees that there's 4 of these troopers. One that's leading you walks up to the rest.
Okay.
And then there's 3 other ones that are there.
So it's just
Just one success.
Quite
Just an
the
advantage, so failure.
little
is an
fleet
advantage.
you've got down here.
I'm sorry?
Said quite the crew you've got down here.
It's all for the glory of the Empire, yeah.
I just
Indeed.
got 1 advantage.
So you don't see anything that gives you any sort of sense of their body language. It's difficult because they're all wearing armor, so you can't see any faces, and so
Yeah.
it's
But no one's staring at me.
nobody's really staring at you. It looked like the 3 that were there were talking amongst themselves until they saw this 4th one bring them and the rest of you over. They shift their equipment, so it definitely looks like they're prepped for a journey that's to go out there, but nothing really seems out of the ordinary besides the fact that they are armed and they have
I carefully take out my knife. Again, just hold it,
Do I notice that?
not by the
See
hilt.
that? Do I notice
Roll your skullduggery real quick.
Ooh, skullduggery! One of these days.
Okay, that's cunning. That's 2 and 1. Okay. 2 and 1. I feel like should I take the boost? No. I'll just.
It's 2 purple.
2 purple.
And do you want to use any of yours? Are you good?
No, I'm not going to.
that? For the insect.
Save for the insectoids.
I want to, while we're walking, look at Io, make eye contact,
This.
and
So this
signal
cancels
that
out
as soon
this,
as
right?
we walk with this
No.
cave trooper,
No, that's a success,
We
and the
can
other one's a
maybe-
disadvantage.
knock him out,
Yes, so
lose him. Okay.
yeah, these two. Yeah.
Checking in with each other. Okay.
How many of these? Actually,
Oh, there's 4.
She has led you, the trooper has led you to 3 others. They all see you, so she's kind of assembled with
Turns into a 1.
this team.
Correct.
So I have a success and an advantage.
So you're holding on to it within the sleeves of your robe, cloak. So you've gripped this thing firmly tight, but nobody else sees it.
Cool.
Are we close enough to? Well, I guess so. You were whispering. stuff.
They've all walked over here, and they're kind of waiting for you off a little bit, like heading into this network of caves that's up there. But you're all together relatively.
What's the plan? I say we play this cool. It may be advantageous for them to be with us. It only matters if we find the artifact. That's the point where we would need to take them out.
I agree. Let's play along for now.
But if a few insectoids take them in the meantime, instead of us,
No great loss.
We can throw them at the creatures, the insectoids.
Like a child.
Yes.
You can do that. You have experience.
At least I didn't kill a baby. I'm not saying you did.
I just clenched my jaw.
At least I didn't. Whatever it is you did. You'll want to share with us at some point.
I approach the leader of whom I perceive to be the leader of this group, which was the woman that led us here.
May I ask to whom we are so obliged in aiding us in this mission?
I'm sorry?
Your name.
Oh, and then you go to the one person that you were following, and a different of the troopers stands forward, and a male voice comes through.
Of course.
Sergeant, it's time to move out. This is the group that we have to take to the caves. It is. We're taking them through. Okay, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Lieutenant Lesev.
Okay, Lieutenant. Well, understand that I'm in charge here despite your rank because I've spent time in these caves and I know my way around it, and we've lost enough people that I really don't appreciate being sent on a fool's mission to send some tourists through. So if you just shut up and stay with me, we'll get through this, but just try not to make too much noise because, well, they'll eat you, so.
Can they see? Is that their strongest sense? Hearing.
Hearing, smell, these things are, I've never seen something this crazy before.
But sight, not a strong point?
Sight?
Yes.
It's difficult to say. I'm not a scientist. That's what all the eggheads back there, look, they come after you either way. I don't understand what your question is.
I'm seeking the advantage.
Just stick with us. We'll take care of everything.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
I've got a helmet, so I'll be great.
I turn to Herg and I go, if we come across these insectoid creatures, I'm feeding them that one first.
And he turns around to 2 of the other ones, not the one that led you there, and you hear like a clicking. So it's like they're talking amongst each other to their own like internal channel, and the 2 next to him move off into the caves. And Sergeant, you bring up the rear, and then he falls in with your group. It's like, all right, well, just stick with me. Let's go.
Lead the way. You are the expert.
So the 2 in front quickly start to move farther and farther away as they start to try and move a little bit faster to kind of get in front of the group. and after a while they just disappear kind of a little bit farther off, or either around corners or in the darkness, and you still see the sergeant that you had brought you there is bringing up the rear, and this officer is in the group. He's very stoic, very quiet, and he's got his equipment on, and you're maneuvering through this network of caves. From the outpost, it was a lot bigger. Think of like a big open area with like pools of water, you know, like after you moved at cliffs. And as you're moving farther and farther into this cave network, the space that's open just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, as until you're eventually in about the size of this room, and that's about the width that you have, and the height. And as you move through, the officer just stops for a second. He's like, "Everybody, don't move." And he's talking. You're just hearing the clicking sound of somebody that he's talking to.
Something wrong?
No, everything's under control. Just stay here. I'll be right back. And he motions for the sergeant that was speaking at the rear.
Can I do an emotion check on him at all?
He's
Like my tendrils, I can sense emotions from people. So
Can I just get on my comm real quick, and I want to comm Io and just say, I'll flank left, you flank right.
Got it.
You can try and do a cool check, actually.
Cool.
what?
A coolness check.
A cool check.
I'm going to take my vibro axe out.
I have nothing special that I should.
It's still
because I have
a little
ability.
banged
Does he
up
know
from
that
when
I
it
did
was
that when he
returned to
did
you. It doesn't seem to be fully working.
It's fine.
Okay.
Is it still an axe?
It's still an axe, yes.
Then we're in business.
Perfect.
Oh, I definitely cut that.
Do I get? I don't have any natural bonuses for that cool check. Do I get any at all with the? No, nothing. Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, because you do have the tendrils, yeah. So you would get a blue, which is a boost.
I get the regular
boost.
A cool blue boost.
Cool blue.
Way
boost.
cooler than
I'm really
cool
glad
blue
we didn't
stripes.
bring him with us.
Just
and difficulty.
Would've been
it's gonna be 3 purple.
he would have been just cowered in the corner.
I don't want to use any of those. Just want to do it naturally.
So you're good.
I guess so.
I'm gonna use the setback on that.
Black.
Oh man, this isn't gonna work. I got a bad feeling about this.
Plus in the force.
Yes.
That's
Oh no, that was
unfortunate.
Well,
As you're trying to sense
Okay,
that,
these are
These,
failures. No, those are failures. So disadvantage with that. So it's a success with 1 disadvantage. Not too bad.
Oh.
the tension is it's difficult because there's a lot going on right now. You're in a very close space. You have all these other people around you, but you're trying to like focus in on the emotions of this one officer. It's difficult with his armor and kind of everything else that's going on. It seems like he's stressed out, and there's a little bit of fear, but that's all that you're really getting.
Heard. Can your cat ear sense anything?
Let me try.
Oh my god.
Survival.
Yes.
Dang.
Okay.
And while he's rolling, Captain, I'm sensing quite a bit of stress and fear from him.
Yeah, I kind of noticed.
I don't know if that's just related to the inherent danger in these
Yeah.
caves, or whether they've gotten a communication from above.
Well, it sounds like they've been communicating amongst one another, so it's certainly possible that they've come across something alarming.
Oh, shoot.
Is there any way to hack into their comm?
Nothing? It's
I have nothing. I'm not picking up anything.
I'm a cave, not a bat. Yeah.
It's too quiet.
Are we able to change the channels on our comms to try to key into what their channel is?
yes.
You can try, yeah.
Let's try.
Okay.
I'm gonna try 5. Then 6.
They're not a 5, I give up. Jeez, it's
7.
impossible.
God, this is
What do we
I
Is
get
that-
one of those sticks at the
Is it
ready, like
mechanics?
just in case, like in a handy place that I could use it at a moment's notice.
What is that, mechanics?
It's going to be
What do we do?
computers.
It's
Computers.
computers, of course it is.
I have nothing in
two
computers.
Change the channel.
You're trying to
I'll do
find
it.
the frequency
No, I know.
and then also decrypt the fact that you can get
Yes,
on a secure line.
absolutely.
What is my
It's going to be 4
difficulty?
purple.
4. This seems like worth using.
Yeah.
A boost, do you think? Or an
I would
ability?
take an ability and
All right,
maybe
I'm
use
taking
that
an
last
ability.
boost too.
And a boost? A boost? I can
Yeah.
tell.
A boost.
boost.
We'll trust that
And
the
the jump
force
books.
will be
jump
with
books.
us.
All right, I'm locked in.
All right, I'm going to use a setback on this. So a black.
Well, that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
You.
I think it's going to be good.
All right, we got. Oh, we're pretty good. Okay, so is that right? That's everything evened out. So we have 5 successes with 2 disadvantages.
Oh.
So you're all having this conversation around the cave trooper that was next to you, right?
What?
So, because she moved
Yeah.
forward, she muppeted her way over.
Whoops.
But
You gotta own it.
You use that as to your. That's what gave you the idea. So you look over, you see that she has this strange kind of protrusion of her armor that sticks out, and like an antenna that comes up. So you're just sitting there trying to remotely activate and get into this comms, and you're able to do it. But as you do it, massive feedback starts playing. So it's like, "Bah!" and she just turns around and looks at you. So you're now hearing you're on their comms, but she's very aware of the fact that you've just tried to break in.
Oh, what this thing is? I don't know if the cave is interfering with my comm. I don't know what just happened. Anybody else? having
Yes.
that?
Oh, it hurts.
Deception.
We agree. Was it perception or deception?
Deception.
Where is deception? That's D. Oh, it's in alphabetical order? Is that the way they work?
Do I have to roll 2?
These are glasses.
Just saying.
I'll tell you what they do. Nothing. Okay. Cunning. It's 2. It's a whopping 2.
Okay. It's gonna be 3 purple.
If this doesn't work, I have a
Should
backup
I
plan.
save the abilities? I feel like I should save them and just go for it. We'll
Take him and go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
We can do it. We can do it. Wow.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
Is
never
it
mind.
though? No, not so much.
It's nothing.
No, it's bad.
No, it's
Just
It's
2
2 of
disadvantage.
the. We had 1 success, so that cancels that out. This becomes
1 success
so
or
it's
1.
1 disadvantage and
one.
1 fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
that what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep. So one of these.
So I
So
did great.
you hear her as she says, "Everyone switch comms." Click, and now you no longer are. You just hear dead, right? But for that brief moment, you heard what sounded like it was difficult because you got the feedback. But for that brief second, it sounded like blaster fire was coming from the comms.
Oh boy.
And like frantic talk. But she switched, and she pulls out her blaster at you. It's like, what did you just? How much did you hear? What did you just do?
What are you doing, you alien scum?
I didn't hear anything.
Don't lie to me. I know that you just hacked into our frequency.
I don't know what happened with my comm. I'm telling you, it's something with the caves.
I'm going to jump in, going to step in, take my axe out, point at it, point to her, and speak in an alien tongue only.
Okay. All right. You're gonna use your cool
Oh boy.
against one of her skills.
Okay.
I'm going to use both abilities.
His people have a saying. Kaka. Get off the law.
It's 3 purple.
I'm locked in.
All right.
I used both of those.
Yep. It hasn't synced yet, but I got it. I'm good.
Okay.
Success.
She puts up a hand to stop you, and reaches for kind of trying to listen to this comms. She's like, "We'll deal with this in a second. We need to get up there right now. Everyone, you go in front though. I don't want to be behind you. You take point. Follow this cat creature. We got to get up there right now."
Yes, move along. And I'm gonna like punch him, but like grab him by the arm to shove him forward and surreptitiously hand him one of the sticks.
Which I'll happily take.
Now you're gonna do some skullduggery.
Okay.
All of us?
Just this is the sleight of hand.
Yeah. Cunning. And I have a rank in skullduggery. Well, I guess I'm locked in.
You guys are just
Have a
sneaking.
rank.
It's gonna be 2 purple.
How's your son doing? He's great. He's got a rank in skullduggery. he's great. He's doing
So
fantastic.
exciting.
Okay. Yes. Yes, good. 3 advantage.
Okay, so as you're going to hand this to him, get out of there, you kind of
Fumble it.
fumble it a little bit. You catch it. She clearly sees it, but doesn't seem to care.
'Kay.
And is just motioning for everyone to go around the corner.
Okay. So we go.
Let's go around the corner. I'm leading the way. Let's go around the corner. I'd like my hand on my blaster, though, in case we run into insectoids.
As you move around the corner, you just hear this scream that echoes across the wall as it's coming towards you. So you know that something is happening, and it's just screams and what sounds like this, like this weird crawling of like insectoid-like legs on these cave walls. So you're hearing that, knowing that that's coming around the corner.
I'm gonna see if I can like get a sense of where these things are before like charging blindly into the darkness.
Okay.
I would like to back up.
Yeah.
I'd like to back up as far as I can.
Yep.
And I want to pull out my my Model 77.
Are we not supposed to have weapons? There's a side note here, right? I mean, if we're
You're all
workers,
carrying weapons.
yeah.
so
very-
they know we have weapons. That's not an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
yeah,
I
'cause
will
we
pull
sent you
mine
in.
out then. I wasn't sure. I want to clarify that before. I'm like, they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
literally
pull mine.
the cat creature is holding a.
Exactly.
He's holding an axe.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
It's for digging.
So you take a moment so you're pulling on your weapon and you're moving
Yeah, I want
forward.
it out.
You're trying to kind of get a sense of
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
So we're not just like
Okay, and then I.
so they don't take us by surprise.
Yeah.
I take out my heavy blaster.
I would, yeah, because we're both we can be long range, so yeah, like move back.
And you're staying back or moving in?
I'm gonna move back, and I'm gonna move closer to that one scout trooper, the one that I didn't like, just in case.
Well, it's
he's
only
far
so it's
ahead.
only
Never
the
mind. I
unless
forgot what
that's
I
the
said.
one you don't like. So
We'll
it's
come
just
back
her.
close.
She's kind of motioning for everyone to move forward, and then you're
In the front?
yeah. So you're gonna go. You're looking at a corner, and you're coming around this bend into where this noise is coming from.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, a couple of you are hanging back. You're trying to get an understanding. You're moving forward with a gun, and Herg, you're deciding to go in.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
have a heightened
smell.
vision in the
We can
night.
see,
correct?
right? That's not an
You have
issue
different
right now.
vision as a cat.
Different
Yeah, cats see differently than people.
at night.
Yeah, oh, good night
Yeah.
vision.
It's dark.
Yeah. You have. When you came down the elevator, you flipped your eyes into nocturnal cat vision. And people, that may have been some of the looks that you were getting. That and the weird pieces of flesh that are still on you, but
I clean myself.
there's parts that that's caked on there. Really, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so do a perception,
Perception, okay.
real quick.
Yep.
And it's going to be 2 purple.
Okay.
So as that's happening, and you two are kind of moving together, both Kalev and Herg. Virgo, you take a moment as just this chaos that's happening. Calmly pull out this weird kind of it's like a compression rifle, right?
Yeah.
And you slowly start assembling it.
Okay.
And now you have your dart gun that you've used throughout kind of your adventures, right?
I can use bullets or poison.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
I'm just using bullets.
Perfect. And then Io, you have your
taking my heavy
blaster.
blaster.
So you guys have paired up, kind of like sniper spotter, kind of.
One
you're
left,
right next
one
to each
right.
other. Well, you're just,
Backing up.
and you're moving around the cave slowly instead of charging racing into it.
Yes.
I got 3 success and 3 disadvantage.
You hear the sound of something around the corner. Not just something, but multiple things. Unfortunately, it's hard to figure out the exact number of them over what sounds like somebody being mauled.
Yep.
So you know that there's quite a few, but you don't know how many.
Okay, great.
And it's someone is like flesh
Being
is being
killed.
ripped,
Yep.
and as you guys come around the corner, because you guys went first, this is Caleb and Herg, you see what 2 of the scout troopers that are backing up towards you in the corner as you've rounded it, firing into the tunnel in front as they're these strange, like almost slightly large, like husky-like sized creatures, but they're these insects with these bright red eyes and these like scythe-like hands as they move, and just 2 of them are ripping into one of the cave troopers and just rip him apart and start pulling the pieces into these smaller.
Let's see what a blaster can do. He's in range now, right?
This
Yes.
is one of the troopers that's
I
one of
wanna-
our escorts.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, got
Yes. I still want to use this advantage while they're distracted to see what a blaster can do on this. So I'm going to shoot the
him.
one that's the closest or easiest for me to target at this point.
Yep. As the 2 that seem to grab the parts of one and pull it off into these holes, there's 4 left that are next to you.
it. 4 creatures left.
4 of these creatures, yeah.
Well,
And you're, so go ahead and roll.
I got to take a shot. Yeah, what am I rolling for this?
This is your blaster.
Oh, blaster.
Yeah.
Quite literally insects in the room as well.
Yeah.
Does his saliva
Your blaster?
completely
Okay,
heal,
so
or
you're going to
just
use
a
a
little bit?
ranged.
It's just stop.
range
Yeah,
is
so it's
what it
based
is.
on
Thanks, that's what I
agility.
need.
Can
Range
I
lightning.
be, because I
Agility
just,
three.
I'm just so like freaked out by
force is
everything.
three, but one
Can I
is
just be
this.
trying to assemble it, and because I have a
gonna take
bandage
2
and like
boosts.
there's blood and it's just
All
I'm
over
just,
the rifle?
Just not all over it. Just it's just like really hard for me to get it together, and I'm just freaking out.
Am I familiar with this weapon? Would I be familiar with this weapon?
What's my
We'll roll for that.
Okay.
It's the negative side. I mean, I can just roll these.
Yeah, right. So you're shooting there a bit of a distance away, so it's going to be
And you took 2 boosts.
3
I took
purple.
2. I'm taking 2 boosts.
Taking 2.
2
Three
boost?
purple.
Oh,
He's taking 2.
I
taking
should
2
refresh
boosts. Yeah,
this
I'm
because I don't have.
We do have the 5
Yeah, we
boosts,
have
right?
5
So
boosts.
Yeah, right.
I'm taking 2.
No? Yes?
I think, or no? Do I not? Is that
They showed up not long ago.
Yeah.
I'm just going to manually put this in then.
like we got to err on the side of the people that are donating here?
Yeah. I
Okay,
agree.
so you're using
Oh,
2 of the
on the
boosts.
light side.
That's strange.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had tier 1 light, so.
Okay. Interesting. And then it didn't update. So we'll figure that out.
Okay.
And it's gonna so 3 purple, you're using 2 of the boosts. I don't really know, so we'll just move. Yeah, so that's it. We're locked in.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, good.
Not too shabby.
Too bad.
We got there's 1. Okay, so this,
The blue one will
lose-
cancel it out?
Yeah, this becomes just
No, that'll cancel the
advantage.
purple one
Oh, what?
completely because it was a success and
Oh.
a disadvantage and a success and a, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You say so. So it's 2 successes and 2 advantages.
And your base damage on your weapon is 9.
9.
So it does 11. So, despite the chaos of a person just being ripped apart and these troopers falling back, you center yourself and pull out your blaster, take fire, kind of recalling back to when you were very carefully aiming at the dog creature from before. You fire a shot that hits the creature's face and reels back as you've melted off part of like the insect-like skin that it has. It's missing now like its eye, but it's still up, and it seems to be like enraged now as it's moving forward. All 4 of these creatures are
Crap. And they're husky sized, you said?
yeah, like
All right, I remember being told that this stuff will keep away the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I see them coming at me, I'm going to crack this thing open.
okay.
And I guess toss it right down in front, right? That was what we were told.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as they're moving closer and the other cave troopers are backing up, they get close and you throw this thing out, hoping that this.
It's like a flare.
It's like you break
a
it,
vial.
it's like liquid.
It's
right?
like
So
a
you break
liquid.
it in-
Oh, I see.
Think of it like a glow stick that you
Yeah,
break
yeah.
and then you throw. And as you throw this, it sails and then lands right in front of the creatures. And for a brief moment, they don't stop. And you're wondering if
Oh no.
these aren't the small ones.
Or if the scientists lied to us.
Oh no.
They love this stuff.
Yeah, it's actually like flowers for bees.
Oh my god, I made some bigger.
It's catnip.
And it takes a minute while the strange cloud of this substance breaks out and starts spreading throughout the cave, and the creatures just stop. And then crawl back into these smaller holes that are in like the side of the large cave that you're in, heading off into this network that's unseen.
All right.
What's the status on the other officers that were with us? The girl who was back with us is okay. What
Yes.
about the other 3?
You come up to the other two.
one is in pieces.
Right, one is gone. He's just been carried away.
Oh.
There were 6 of them we saw?
There was 4. There's
Okay.
now 3. It seems you don't know who the 2 are yet until one turns around.
Oh, no. The insectoids, though.
There
were
was
4.
6.
Oh, there were
That's
6.
right,
There were
of them.
6
Okay.
of the creatures. 2 of them had left with parts of one of the cave troopers, and the other 4 left when you threw this file. Turning around, the sergeant, female cave trooper, flips up her mask, and she seems a little bit distraught. And I have to figure. She seems very distraught that she's misplaced her paper. I don't know
She
where
doesn't remember the name of the
name.
guy who died.
all of my elaborate backstory.
Yeah.
Sounds like a typical stormtrooper. Those
Very
pieces of
concerned.
shit.
TK, whatever.
Yeah.
No, she uses a real name, which kind of is strange because normally
Yeah, it would be
troopers go by designations.
Right.
And she's very distraught that she's like, did they just take Aiko? And the other trooper flips up his mask, and you see another male face that's not the same commander from before. And he goes, dude, they just came out. Something's got them riled up. They've never hit this close before. I don't know what's going on. Seems like something. And the commander just snaps, and they put down their helmets again, and you hear clicking as they're talking.
Well, there were six insectoids. They were about the size, because not everyone saw this. They were about the size of huskies. I shot one dead in the side of the head, took out one eye, he kept coming. They scattered when I threw the liquid.
Yes, Caleb threw the liquid, and it seemed to have worked.
All right.
I mean, are we within earshot of the troopers?
Possibly.
Then I will not say anything.
It seems that that substance the science officer gave to us came in very useful. I don't suppose any of you've been gifted with such equipment.
All 3 of them turn to you, and they're silent for a minute. You hear the female voice come through. No, we had heard about that, but they hadn't given anything. We didn't know that was deployment ready. It worked. How many more of those do you guys have?
Only one, I'm afraid.
The commander steps forward. I need you to relinquish that right now.
I'm afraid that in this situation, my superior ranking, I cannot condone that. The science officers clearly did not see fit to bestow this upon you, so I don't know if I can trust you with it.
Charm?
Okay.
That was pretty charming. That was really good.
I'm gonna take a boost. No, I'm gonna take 2.
Okay.
Is it still not updating?
I think
Are we good?
if I do
So
this.
there's 3. I don't know if there's 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Because I never
I don't know.
saw it
So
drop down.
we don't know how many we actually have.
I'm gonna go by what I have, which
Okay.
is you had 5, and I've
Okay.
now changed it to
3.
So if you
And-
say
3,
get
okay.
2, we leave us with 1.
Lucas says that's correct.
Okay.
Basic math, it's what I do.
So you have 3.
If I take 2,
You have 3 now.
we have 3 after I take 2.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Basic math.
And it's
is
going to
not
be 2 purple
Okay.
and 1 red.
That's why we're actors.
Why do we keep getting 1 red? It's okay, I have 3 yellows. It's gonna be fine.
But by this point, can I have like bloodily gotten my weapon assembled, and I'm just kind of holding it?
Yeah.
And there's blood. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
It's just really bad.
What did I miss? Why is that blood?
No, just I used
that to go
putting
with
my
that. So yeah,
weapon
that's
together, and
gone.
my wound opened back up. Right.
Oh, okay. That's. Hold on.
That
Those
you're
are all
a
success.
cutter.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
Success with an advantage.
He seems very adamant. He's like, no, as I said from the beginning, you are under my authority here, and I'm going to. And you just hear clicking coming from the sergeant's helmet. And there's a pause. And he's like, okay, you hold on to it, but we'll use it when I say we need to use it.
Fine.
Excellent. Well, if we continue this way, there's only one real path to the Enclave, and I'd rather, as much as we lost somebody, we need to push our way through.
Is that the path that he's trying to lead us down? Is that the way that we had planned to go?
As far as you can tell, you've been walking along that main path that she showed with all the beep, 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 beep,
Right,
beep,
right.
and you haven't diverted.
We haven't gotten to the point that we can divert to the. We haven't reached the point that we can divert.
As far as you know.
No, we'll
I would
pass
like-
the gorge.
Okay. Oh yeah,
for
that's.
that.
How many of these creatures would you estimate are down here based on what you've seen?
Hundreds, maybe?
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Are they all that size?
No, they've got bigger ones.
Are those the small ones?
Those were the small ones, yeah. The big ones, yeah, you don't want to mess with the big ones.
How have you managed to survive in the past?
Sorry, there's something wrong. It's superior training of the Empire.
Right.
We should probably continue moving.
Yeah, we saw some of that superior training just a moment ago. Ico, was it?
The sergeant points a finger. You don't say his name. That's somebody who's dead. Take this seriously.
Herg looks right at the sergeant and goes, Akarko, Tito Tonjo, Aratikalachago, Atila Chachokoko.
They all have blank faces because of their helmets.
Cock their heads.
But they kind of look, and the commander points to you and goes, "All right, Sergeant, if you two take point." She points to you. He points to her and Herg. Says, "I don't understand any of that, but we'll send the giant cat creature forward." I don't have. And so she just shakes her head and says, "Follow me."
Herc tries to laugh with her.
It's difficult, but you might hear a little bit of a chuckle come out of the helmet. So she takes point. She's leading the way. The lieutenant or the commander is in your guys' group as he has the other person take up the rear this time. He's like, we need to really get going. There's only one way to get there. We need to go right now.
All right. We go.
As you're moving through, sorry, my board went down. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. You're starting to get pinged on channel 4. Of your guys'
Well, what do we hear?
It's basically someone trying to act like it's someone calling it, but you would need to pick up.
I can pick up.
Will the troopers hear?
Yeah, it's fine if they hear me. This is Lieutenant Lesev.
This is the trooper right behind you. I need you to understand that we are in grave danger from these creatures. We need to move as fast as we can. Also, I think I am your contact here in the base.
Understood.
I'll hear that, or just...
Thank you, Officer Jahoozi.
What?
No. Yes, I understand that we are in grave danger down here. Thank you for staying behind and providing us with that information.
Understood. Yes. Clicks off.
It's like a Shyamalan movie now.
Continuing to move through the cave. So at this point, Herg and the female sergeant are at the front. Again, at the farther you move in, it's starting to get incredibly more dark, and the space that you're in seems to be shrinking and shrinking. It seems weird that the tunnels just get smaller as they move towards this enclave. Like it's almost been built this way to just get smaller.
To attract people.
And you're moving your way through.
We have all of our lights. I turned my light on.
Yeah.
Presumably, yeah.
Does my helmet allow me any special abilities or anything? Or?
It's just a lamp. Think of like a miner's lamp.
Herg has really good eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
How far ahead of a cave can he see it be clear? Because Herg wants to run ahead. Herg wants to go to the female trooper.
Yeah.
Run ahead if it's clear, and then activate his comm.
Yeah, you can see if you can imagine there's enough light being emitted from like the trooper's lamp on the side of their helmet.
Yes.
It's like a medium
Behind
distance
her,
away.
right.
You can see like a long, farther distance away.
And then Herg runs ahead.
Just starts sprinting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Into the darkness, activates the comm. Captain, what did that mean? Was Jahoozi not our contact? What did that mean?
I thought we all heard it.
We did all.
We did all hear it.
But we can communicate. It was just the message coming in that the other troopers would be able to hear?
I mean,
It was
if
more
you're
that they would
talking out
hear
loud,
me talking. They'd hear us talking.
There's a
out
person
loud.
that's in the middle.
I thought we all heard the message that the trooper.
There's a cave trooper
did.
that's in the front with Herg. There's a cave trooper commander who's in your group, like
Right.
walking amongst you, and then there's
behind
one in
her.
the back.
Who's
One
the one who
behind me.
contacted her?
Yes, but we could all hear it.
You could all
We
hear
could all
that
hear
message.
it. It's just that I can't speak out loud because the other officer might hear me, and that's a little suspicious.
But anybody who's up in the front could talk.
Herg has cleared the distance between his
Can't
and
hear, yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
he
that makes sense.
tried to.
Okay.
Herg says again, everyone, what does it mean? I know you can't respond, but I worry. I am concerned. Herg out.
I sort of fall back to walk next to that stormtrooper that was right behind me that just contacted me.
So you slow your pace a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, how is it that you came to be in the employ of the Empire and being entrusted with such a specific and dangerous mission?
You're actually going to roll for your cool on this.
Cool. Okay. Cool. I got that. I got you.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
It's based on
Are
what?
we
Cunning.
Are we on the same plane as the
Ooh, presents.
trooper in the back? Like-
She's fallen back. Captain Io, or Captain Kilara's moved back a little bit, and
the
you're
eye
all
contact?
in this group.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 2 purple.
Okay.
And did you want to use any of your dice that may be the same 5 that I keep taking from, or not?
Are there 5 or are there 3? I don't know.
There's 5.
Yeah.
There's 5. Oh, okay. So we just
There's
keep.
5.
Okay. There's 5 now.
now.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay. Well, then I will.
That's why this is really confusing, because I
will.
keep seeing the
'Cause you're
same
looking-
number,
yeah.
and I'm like, anyway. So
Okay. Well, I will take. I will take 1.
okay,
So this is 5. Okay.
I have mine. That's all that I care.
People
about.
waiting
Well, I
to
think they
replenish
need
that
to
as soon as we
Yeah,
use
just
one.
to mess with me. They're doing it just to mess with me. Okay, and then I'm locked in.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
No, not bad. Except it's all advantage. So those go away. These become advantages, and then that goes away. So 4 advantage.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
It's working.
Okay, cool. So the trooper is just silent for a while, and doesn't say anything, but moves his hand, and like under his armor, there's like a black undercoat, which is like the full body suit, and you see him pull back the black, and there seems to be something that's been like tattooed onto his wrist, and you're gonna roll.
Okay.
You're gonna roll for Core Worlds.
Core Worlds.
By the way,
Jesus.
What is that?
Herg stopped
Fortunately, I'm smart.
to wait for the group to catch up.
Yeah.
And he's
Okay.
just like,
The sergeant
yes.
has started to like kind of
Oh man.
cautiously move up, but like moving faster.
And Herg looks around and sees, and just kind of goes,
2. Okay.
咋说？
I really want to know. I'm taking 2 boosts.
Oh, 2 boosts? Okay.
Yeah.
Scanning, and then kind of motions for you to.
And Herg
You kind of
meets up
moving
with her.
back.
Yeah.
Locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Okay. Dang it. But, oh, it's still okay.
we're all right.
Success and 2 advantage. Yeah.
That was a weird roll.
It was a weird roll. It was a weird roll.
It's very small. It's difficult to make out in the light, but as you look on it a little bit longer, you realize that it's the blue and green of the planet that was formerly known as Alderaan. Has been tattooed onto.
Oh.
And it says no regrets.
Not even one.
No, we're Gertz.
And he just puts it back and continues to walk.
I see. Not the talkative type, then.
And I'm still not. I can be overheard if I say anything at this
Correct. And you're at this point, you are the only one that knows this information.
Yeah.
I'll just go. Yeah.
My
Sergeant?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say captain, but
Lesev.
yeah. Sergeant. Yeah.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
How dare you?
Is everything okay back there?
It's fine. Move along.
Who am I? Who am I near? Am I near any?
It's at this
the rest
point
of us I can
you're
actually
it's
talk
the
to
three
quietly?
of you together with this officer.
Oh,
that's,
with this officer,
he's still
right
there.
there.
You can talk. Maybe he might not hear it, but there's a chance of it being with him being there.
Not worth it.
I'm about to have her call in and be like, "Are we looking for these bugs in Alderaan places?"
Her, go ahead and roll your perception real quick. Yeah.
Dina.
Don't leave him hanging. Don't do it. There
Cats
it
are
is.
very patient.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay.
You just.
Hashtag dork. Oh!
Oh, so
That's a
dark.
Targaryen, like a good thing, right?
Yeah, it means something different.
I heard
culture.
that meant love and light. Like where you come from.
This means fuck you in my culture.
Love and light. Love and light.
Yeah, did you go for
This
it?
is offensive.
This
Love and
means
light.
this means I kill kittens.
Wow. Do your perception real quick.
Okay.
Did you kill a baby?
You God.
The longer you don't, the more elaborate this is gonna get.
How difficult is it?
It's two purple.
She actually
locked
killed
in.
6
You locked in?
babies.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
This is okay. 2 successes with 3 disadvantages.
You notice, you smell something, you feel a breeze that's coming into the cave as if fresh life is coming into these otherwise like decayed and kind of the smell of this decrepitness and you look over to your right as because you're walking back and you see that there is an entrance leading off into a different tunnel. In doing so, you
trips.
run into
Oh.
the sergeant trooper. And she turns around and you see for a brief moment she's looking off. She's turning around to see you, but she's about to pass looking at this tunnel off to the side.
Real quick, did we want them to pass that up or did we want them to see that?
See what-
I mean,
See
we-
what?
The opening, the
The other pathway.
yeah.
I mean,
This is the pathway that we were talking about that we're supposed to be looking for?
yes,
So
potentially.
we passed it. You didn't say anything about the gorge.
the gorge
for
is
the
in
damn
the
gorge.
gorge is in that pathway.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And there,
She's turning.
towards it?
She's turning to
She's
look
gonna
at
either
her.
pass it or her's gonna stop her.
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Her, really, I can't.
Whatever the option is where she doesn't see it, I want that to happen. So does that mean that I stop her and distract her, or do I let her keep looking?
You tell me.
I'm confused about the setup.
The setup is you guys are walking back,
Uh-huh.
right? And you see this thing, but in doing so, you've bumped into her. And now
Okay.
she's turning around to look at you.
And she's gonna see
and
the
you
thing.
and you get the feeling that as
Gotcha,
she's turning
gotcha.
around, there's a possibility.
Herg will interrupt her. Point in the other direction.
Back at the group.
Yes.
Really just take a shit and have the same effect.
There's still
that?
time for that.
Oh shit! Thank you. I got so caught up in what the thing was gonna happen. Dang it!
Are we still tier 1 light side?
We're on
Tier
live.
1
accurate?
light side.
Huzzah!
Oh my god!
New mom!
I got to
new
do.
mom.
I got to do that
This isn't
actually for a
bad.
character yesterday for a video game. I literally got to go cry to your mommy. Like I literally, so fun.
Let me just say, her new mom is my favorite.
She was like
character
talking
of all
about her
time.
son and stuff, and I was like, I feel so awkward.
Tier 1 light side. Boo. So,
Boo.
Scarif unfortunately had quite a disastrous thing that happened to it.
Yeah.
Propaganda that is being spread throughout the galaxy as the Rebel Alliance set off some sort of weapon of mass destruction, and it's the Empire is sending teams there to reconstruct. Most of the damage is pretty substantial, so they've primarily focusing all of their efforts on dealing with the civilian population that's there, which is not very large, and reconstructing efforts with the civilian part. They've kind of abandoned the facility that was there and are focusing just on that. So people are being helped on the planet. They just didn't go look inside the archives. So light side, you guys lose the soak. It didn't seem like you guys needed it. That's fine. Real quick, you feel a shift in the force, right? So despite kind of being in this cave, there's this radiation of positivity that's been moving through the galaxy as Alderanians have built a flotilla and stuff, and
Flotilla.
Flotilla.
Yeah, flotilla.
Flotilla. They've created their own music thing. It's called Flotilla, and they just
And we're all gonna
music
go to that concert,
and
right?
peace and love. It's really good.
Yeah.
My hand stopped shaking. Oh.
It's the Flutora.
And you guys all have +1 success on.
Woo!
So with that, we move into the final stage of this. So this tier, it's not set for a predetermined time, it's not set for a time. So it can end at any moment. So that being said, you don't know when it's gonna end. So it could be 5 minutes from now, it could be 10 minutes from now, could be the whole hour. We'll find out. So I'm gonna reset the clock, and we're starting it. You guys have success, and
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
the sergeant kind of just at this point, I don't understand you, and turns back around and heads back to the group. At this point, the commander stopped, and everyone needs to stay here for a minute. And the other trooper from behind comes out and starts moving around.
The one that's with me?
Yes.
Yes, they've caught up to them.
I see.
Just in time for Herg and the sergeant to come forward.
자, 손진자.
Tagorian, what's all of the racket about?
세준자. 저진지 가는 저죠. 더니야.
Are the troopers not? Could I actually talk now?
The three of them seem to be next to each other, next to your group, but they're all together, and you're hearing the clicking sound of them.
And as they're all moving and communicating, couldn't I take a few steps backwards so that I could talk on the comms? Okay, I'll do that. I'm worried about our original contact.
My hand starts shaking again. Damn it.
Relax. I'm worried about our original contact. It doesn't make sense for the second contact to be false. What would be the point of that? We'd already met the right contact. I don't know if we can trust anything she told us in the first place. Captain, do you have any insight as to the trooper you were walking with that communicated to us?
Yeah,
Am
why
I
don't you
far
take
enough
this one?
away that I can like talk to him?
You seem like you're. If you talked in a low voice, yes, you would be far away enough where you could talk amongst yourselves. And they
Captain,
seem very
cough
intent.
once. Cough once if you trust
You can-
the
you can
trooper
communicate,
that
yeah.
contacted us.
I can communicate.
Okay, then do that.
I
better.
have reason to believe that we should trust the stormtrooper.
Then we need to question anything that. Jacuzzi. Januzzi. We need to question anything Januzzi. I've heard it a few ways. On my planet, it's Jacuzzi. We need to question anything she told us.
That's true.
Were we only supposed to have one contact?
She told us. She gave us the liquid. No, she didn't. The other
No,
person gave
the
us
science
the liquid.
officers gave us the liquid.
She didn't say anything about the liquid, did she?
No, she didn't. We had to interrogate her about it.
This doesn't look good.
So then, do we trust the side path
We have.
if we can find it?
She told us to go that way. However, she would want us, if she were still working for the Empire,
Yeah, it's so far.
she would want us to find the artifact all the same. She would just trail us somehow.
That's true.
I don't see
think
the point in giving us wrong direction.
that is true. And on top of that, she was showing us a map. You know, there's.
We physically saw it.
Everyone, shut up. And I pull out the tracking device that gave me.
Oh my god.
And I turn my back so that the troopers can't see and I flip it open. And is it still beeping?
It's definitely beeping.
Okay.
The signal has gotten much stronger, and it seems like you're relatively close, but there's still some distance. Before it was this kind of anomaly was at the edge of the sensor, and now it's moved in within range of the actual device, like farther in. But there's a distance between you and it. And you're gonna roll your skullduggery real quick.
Okay.
Okay. No.
No.
My problem is it going to help us find it, but then it's going to help her find us if we don't trust her. We're going to find it. We're going to do all the dirty work, and then she's
two
going to come in
purple.
and take it from us and kill us. Let all the insects.
What we need is an
bash our brains
opportunity
If I were to
out.
succeed at this, I would
to
be
speak
shielding
more to the
myself from
stormtrooper.
View of.
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to take one boost,
I vote Stormtrooper.
and I'm good.
Perfect. I'm locked in.
I lost it.
Did she give me the helmet though?
She did.
She's being nice. She could see I was distraught. She gave me this helmet.
Okay. So
Unless it's full of brain worms.
And you also have +1 success.
Yeah, don't forget.
all right.
What's the
Yo, snap! And another success, right?
Yes.
Or did you use the?
I use
free
it to
success?
cancel out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a Jedi now, and I got 2 advantages.
Okay, so you got a success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
Oh no, I just got 2
Triumph
two
and 2
advantage,
advantages.
and then
But a triumph
one
counts
triumph.
as one success, yeah.
It does, but unless that success was canceled.
It
out.
wasn't canceled.
It wasn't.
So it's a success.
hooray!
Cool, perfect. So you move the device out. You're blocking it. You're seeing that it seems like from it's hard to read on the sensor, the anomaly, but the feeling that you're getting is that it's close, and that the pathway that there's like the main path ahead, and you just get a sense and a feeling like that's not the right way to go, and that the pathway that is up ahead, that you kind of feel it's the right way, and as you're putting the device in, you notice that on the scout troopers, though, as you've hidden this thing, you turn back around, that they're moving in the direction of they don't see the tunnel. They're all moving forward.
They're just continuing on. Okay.
And one of their devices on the back, so that every stormtrooper has like a thermal detonator on the back, that one of them has been activated.
Because I took this thing out? Wait,
It
what?
was just such a crazy moment that
Oh.
you felt.
Shit, is it the one that's our actual contact, maybe?
Wait, what happened?
One of the 2 has a thermal detonator on his.
Like they're gonna
Back that got
explode?
They all
Is that what you
have
said?
all stormtroopers. Those little circle things on the
Yes.
back of
Yeah.
their
Right.
armor
Right.
Small, they're
is a
back, yeah.
thermal detonator.
a bomb?
It's a bomb.
So it's like, like at 10 seconds it's gonna blow.
What is
Well,
the
you're noticing
logistics-
this. We didn't notice that. So
What's the logistics of our geography right now? Where
Yeah.
are we? What's
You're
happening?
all close together,
All of us.
and these
there
guys
got in
are
front of us.
walking off.
Oh.
all 3 of them.
Yeah,
And we can see the tunnel.
you can see the tunnel. It's still between them and the cave. So they're moving towards that direction. They seem to be moving very slowly together, talking.
This is.
And if we communicate, can they hear us?
Have they?
You're the
They
one
haven't
You don't
noticed.
think
I don't
She's
know
the
this, so
only
I
one
don't
that
think
knows about
Yeah.
this, though.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
So I turn, and I see one of them's blinking.
Can she
Yes.
tell which one it is?
They all look the
facing
same.
backwards.
It doesn't. Let me rephrase that. Female stormtrooper armor isn't that much different than male armor, but there's
not the girl.
It's not the girl.
Got it.
It's one of the 2 remaining guys. 3
This is
remaining
gonna be a
guys?
For Alderaan.
2?
2.
Herg is going to casually scratch his head,
Well, you don't know it though.
You don't know what's happening.
You don't know
then
that.
activate, this is for a different thing,
Oh.
activate his comms and say, everyone, the tunnel that we have to diverge into is coming up on the right, correct?
Oh, now that you've turned around to be on your left.
It's coming up on the left. They haven't got up to it yet, but it seems as if they're going to continue walking. And then we can take the tunnel, perhaps.
Or insist that they come with us either way. But I'm not traveling through these caverns in the wrong direction, even for a few steps.
Agreed.
I see that the thermal detonator is now blinking, and I turn to Captain and I go, Captain, how confident are you that the stormtrooper that you spoke to is our contact?
I have
Because
no
we're
doubt.
about to have one less stormtrooper.
I have no doubt at all.
Do you know which one it was?
They look the same from behind. I mean, I can try to determine which one.
We don't have much time.
Can any of us tell the difference?
What if?
I have super smells. Super scent. Can I?
What do you mean we're about to have one less trooper?
Look over my shoulder. Look at the Rex.
Is that a dead?
This detonator's activated. That would blow up all three of them, yes?
Theoretically, if they're all sitting next to each other, yes.
Well, this is either a horrible accident or it's our contact trying to take himself and the other two out.
Oh my god.
And unless in the last minute he's gonna throw it.
Well, we don't have the time to.
And did it?
Why don't we all just run to the cavern? If we run to the cavern, we have to go near them.
Is there any
They're
way for us to
walking
figure
at
out-
this point. They're kind of assessing the area, and like one of them's
Is-
pointing and talking, and they're moving
Past it.
past it at this point.
there
Right,
anything we
but
could-
something happened when this happened. When did this detonator go off?
I don't know. I just noticed it.
I say we let it resolve. Step the hell back.
Is there any way we can figure out which one of them is our contact? Do you know any information about this person?
Only that he's from Alderaan.
Alderaan. CZ. Can I tell the difference? If I knew that the one in the back was Captain's contact,
He's one taller than the other one.
could I tell it by scent? Could I tell them apart
You
by
can
scent?
try, and I guess if you're trying to process,
Yes.
it's difficult because you've been in this cave and all this. But yeah, you could try and figure out which one is.
Survival, skullduggery,
This is going to be perception.
perception.
Oh no, you're smelling. You're smelling. Survival. Yeah.
Yeah.
All 4 boosts.
Yes.
Take them all.
Take him.
Oh, I have it
Oh.
as 1.
What?
I don't know if it's linked up yet.
We'll take
Same thing,
everything.
use all
Take
4.
it all. Take it all.
Use all 4 of that one.
Plus, hold on. Plus that one success right here.
Okay. Locked in.
3 purple.
And what else?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Okay. I like this. Oh shoot.
Smell what the rocks
4
are cooking.
successes, 3 disadvantages.
It's definitely. It's hard to mistake the smell of arrogance from the captain, the leader of the group.
Yes.
And
It's Axe body spray.
Axe body, a whole can of space body spray.
Space axe.
Vibro Axe body spray. That's what it is.
And the only thing that kind of lets a smile come to your face is that the beeping is on his back of the 2 male cave troopers.
We've got to
All right,
grab
get the other one out of there.
Wait, it's the actual troopers, not
Yeah,
our
it's
contact,
the-
that are
it's the-
both? You said both of them?
The
No, the leader
commander
of the
of
the one we
the
don't
cave
like.
troopers, thermal detonator, has been activated.
We gotta
Well,
get
he
the
did.
other
Our
one.
contact did that on purpose. He must be planning on ducking out in a second. Let's all head down the cavern that we need to. Let's duck out.
Still save the female.
She's one of that.
She's not so bad.
She may have a family. She may be following orders.
And as soon as she finds out that this was done on purpose, she's going to contact for backup. And at the very best, we're all going to have to head straight back.
Oh, please. You think they're going to send backup down here?
Then they're going to head back. She's not going to continue on with us. She's going to know something's up. Why would any of us continue after we've lost 3 of our escorts?
All right.
Captain,
Well, I don't want to risk our contact not knowing what's going on.
Grab the contact. Herg, grab the contact.
Herb takes off.
Okay, so you're running towards the 3.
Silent, stealthily.
Okay, and then everyone else is
We're gonna duck into
you're moving towards the cave.
Yes.
If it's easy, as long as I'm not walking into the blast,
They seem to be
yes,
kind
I'm
of
going
walking-
I'm quietly going into that cave.
They've passed it at this point, it seems like.
I'm going into the cave.
Yes. I will use the cover of night to my advantage.
Stealth.
I feel like he should be pretty stealthy. He is a cat.
It's also gigantic.
It says
I will use
three.
Yeah, I have you 3.
boosts.
Yeah.
I'll use 3.
Okay, so you have 3.
Locked
You're
in.
locked in.
3 purples?
It's gonna be only 2 purples.
Okay.
Cool.
But I'm gonna add 2 to that.
2.
2 purples?
Yeah.
Okay. Locked in.
Locked in.
Catman.
The rest of you guys are stealthily trying to move.
Seriously?
That cancels that.
Did you do the extra success you get too?
Yep.
Oh, and yeah, it's not that bad.
3 successes, 3 disadvantages.
So you
Always.
move your way as the rest of the group is moving into this cave. You move as best as you can towards it to grab the one, the contact.
Yes.
And as you grab him by the back and swoop him up, the commander seems to not notice and continue to walk forward. But the female sergeant looks over at you and, despite it being a helmet, locks eyes with you as you're grabbing the contact.
Herg gives her a look of, you gotta get out of there, girl!
But you just grab the guy and go. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Dang! It's getting intense.
That's funny. So you give her that look, but you do it in like the lingo of the Magic Johnson Theater.
Yeah.
I try to pull
Gotta get out of there, girl.
I try to put a classic whoopee. Girl, you in danger.
You're in danger, girl. You better get out of there.
Everyone else has made it into this cave, right? And
Right.
it's almost this, as soon as you enter, right, you're seeing just the air that's blowing through is indicative that there's a much bigger opening that's coming up further. So you're remembering, like, there's this gorge, this is the right way. And you all move in, and you hear the sounds of Herg's pawed feet moving back. But then that brief moment when you go, you gotta get out of here, girl.
With his eyes.
With his eyes. And the helmet just kind of tilts for a second. And then looks over.
You asshole.
And it like takes a few seconds to process.
Oh.
But you continue to run. Not looking back. Correct?
Oh my god.
Hey, Herg badasses.
Even when Herg tries to
walk
save
away
people.
from explosions.
I skid on the ground. Turn back around, run back at her to grab her and come back. I have time.
Roll your athletics.
Oh, I really wish he had some boost.
Athletics is
Some
brawn.
He's good at that, at least.
It's 2 purple.
He's looking at his skills.
And then I like don't even want to, but I'm at a difficulty this.
Oh.
Yep. No, purple.
Purple.
Oh. All right.
Really?
Yeah. Locked in?
Mm-hmm.
Locked in.
I can't even look. Somebody else do that. Do that for me. I can't even look. I can't even look.
Wait,
It looks good. It's good. It's good.
That's, did I knock the thing over?
I didn't see.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, we just
I
roll
didn't.
like.
I didn't see. No. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Oh
We
gosh,
gotta
did I
assume
kill
it wasn't.
Did I just kill
I hope you
something?
didn't.
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay. That's good. Okay. 1 disadvantage, 3 success.
So you run back to grab them.
Yes. Herg runs on all fours unless absolutely.
Well, you're holding this dude. Unless
Yeah.
you're trying to,
Threes.
you're dragging him.
I'm on 3s to come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And then as I grab her, just 2 legs. Yes.
Sort of a waddle. Just like that.
And you've made a lot of noise at this point.
I don't care.
You don't care. But the commander turns around
Oh no.
and sees you running off with 2 of his troopers in your arms, just power walking as fast as you can.
Give him a Magic Johnson.
Girl, you gotta get out of there.
No.
Fuck this guy.
But you try to move as fast as you can.
Yes.
In doing so, you've pushed yourself to get there. And so you're feeling
A little
yourself
strain.
push your legs as far as they've been in a long time, tearing a little bit as some of these muscles kind of are overextended. So you're
Yes.
going to take, how much disadvantage do you have?
Disadvantage? What is that? Strain?
No,
No
the
disadvantage that you rolled. Just one.
So you're only going to take 1 strain.
Okay.
But you've now have both of these people as you're running into the cave.
Yes.
Right? Everyone's ran in there,
Right?
and you're just continuing just to run.
We're waiting for Herg. Well, I'm gonna pause like once we're in a little bit and like look back.
Okay.
We just need to be far enough.
Yeah.
for the blast to not affect us.
Yeah. Once I'm.
So you're gonna stop and turn around.
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to keep running.
I take cover. I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't go so far.
Not
That's
not
just
very
here.
far, not just like into the distance. Just, I just run a little farther. Than...
But I know it's coming, so I
So
take
you know
cover.
what's coming. You kind of hide behind an outcropping of rocks that are there. You're just look. You've just met these people, and you're trying to get as much. A bomb's about to go off,
Yeah,
right?
trying to get as much distance as I can.
You both turn around, and as you turn around, you hear it first before you see it. As this bright light explodes from inside around that corner, and the whole cave starts to shake.
Oh no.
And you see this flame kind of as it's moving towards this light that's brightening up, like the cave above it, and
There's
you're
a
seeing.
silhouette of a Togorian.
Damn, right there, man. You go, Catman.
Get a dog in Independence Day.
And you see it as it's moving its way, and the cave is going to shake, and Herg just rounds the corner, holding 2 of these scout troop or these cave troopers. And as he moves in, just he makes it right into the side passage as the caves come crashing down, blocking you from back out into the main area.
Did I make it?
You made it in, holding 2 of these people. You're, a little singed, right, from the flames. Some of your hair is burned down. It looks like the scoring has made its mark on the. But you're still holding these 2 cave troopers.
Did you cook any of the extra flesh he had on his body?
Yeah,
Are we getting hungry?
It's difficult with all the rocks that are coming out. You do smell what the distinct
Rocket
aroma of burnt flesh in plastoid armor, but you don't think it's anything. It's not. It was the man formerly known as Asshole that's out in the cave.
I never even knew his name. He didn't want to tell us. Herg.
They're like,
Are you-
One of them is limp. The other one is just, like squirming to get out.
Herb drops them both off.
What happened?
Got a spare.
Give me your blaster. Somebody give me a blaster.
I gotta hand you one of my blasters.
Take your helmets off now. Take them off.
One of the cave troopers instantly starts responding and takes off the whole helmet and like, chucks it. And you're seeing a face that you haven't seen yet, which is
It's
this
a guy.
male that's there. And it's like, hey,
Is she
same team,
unconscious?
same
No,
team.
he's
Is
on
she
our
unconscious?
side.
Is the other one unconscious?
She's not moving.
Get to her. Check her.
Oh, yeah.
Check her.
He's on our side. You can put the blaster down.
I'm keeping it on her.
She's limp.
Slowly turns her over, and it seems like with some level of care and compassion and emotion, shaking hands start to go move the helmet off, and you see it the first time as it's short cropped, like red hair kind of unfolds out a little bit, and he starts no, and
It's
checking her.
Io, you check her instead. Check her.
I take out my blaster, keep one trained on her. Actually, I keep one trained on him because she's limp. I check her pulse, and I feel.
You're going to do a medicine check.
Okay.
medicine check.
Oh shoot!
Dr. Quinn, medicine check.
I have got no rank in that. Intellect, right? Got
Good bluff, though. I do this. Oh, I know nothing about that.
I know when somebody's dead.
2 purple. Yeah.
I got nothing. So
Based on intelligence.
I'm going to add a difficulty to this.
Add a difficulty.
Purple.
Purple, sorry.
Okay.
Locked in.
These cancel.
You're gonna kill her.
4 disadvantages, and that's it.
Io, you're choking her. Io, you're choking her. Stop choking her. Io, no. You're choking her. Io, you're so
You're literally
angry.
stabbing her. Please stop.
Io, you're punching her.
You're very aggressive when it comes to you push the guy out of the way, and you start like, it's fine, we just need to get the armor off, and you start kind of like shaking her a little bit and like pulling off things, and she seems to be alive,
Okay.
but in kind of your haste to, you've self-healed yourself more than you've healed other people from the injuries that you've taken in different things. She's still alive. She might not necessarily be in a better condition than 2 seconds before you had gotten to her,
Okay.
but she seems to be
She's alive, right?
alive.
And no scruples there. Yeah.
Thank you, Io.
Yeah. Well, she's
All
alive.
right. What is going on here? Did you know that the commanding officer's thermal detonator was going to go off?
What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He seems to be a little bit out of it, like everything between the explosion that just happened.
Who's the girl? How do you know her, and can we trust her?
So you're gonna use cool on this.
Cool.
Yeah, I do. Because I can see it.
Based on presence.
I have nothing for cool,
Yeah,
just the
so you
presence
just need the
normal.
2, yeah.
Sorry, just 2.
It's 2 purple.
And I'll use 5 ability.
Oh, wait.
Perfect. I'm gonna
Use
add.
16 proficiencies.
I'm gonna add a purple to it.
All right, we can do this.
Maybe.
That was bad.
We're getting a lot of blanks
No,
tonight.
this
Yeah.
is bad. That's definitely bad. So I have 1 success, which takes away 1 of these.
Right.
It's just 1 fail, and this becomes just this.
Right, but then you have the
That's
extra
bad.
success.
Right?
So it's
Oh, that's
just two
true.
disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. 2 disadvantage. Only. No success, no fail, which is a fail.
You're trying to calm him down, but he just seems to be more and more retracting himself farther into himself as he sits there and his hands are like shaking as he's staring very intently at the unconscious female trooper.
I need you to calm down.
I'm gonna let me talk to him. So, how did you end up down here? You said that you were our contact, and it seems that, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you used the device that Yanuzi gave us, that was when the thermal detonator activated on the lieutenant's armor.
All I gotta say is that I didn't notice anything before I took this device out, and I noticed that the detonator was activated right after I did.
She was trying to kill us.
Do you know Science Officer Yanuzi?
Herg. Io. Roll for your perception.
Perception?
Can I want to take my helmet off.
Yeah.
Take it off and I chuck it.
As you throw it into the cave farther up, right, it smashes onto the ground, right, the light shatters, and you just hear this as it echoes through the cave.
It blew up.
Boom of a duck!
Oh my god. Oh my god. She was trying to kill us. Oh my god. She was trying to kill us.
Oh, it shattered when you threw it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it hit the ground and it
And you made a lot of noise.
it wasn't like it. I just wanted to make sure.
I totally thought it blew up.
Oh my god, I thought it blew up.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it blew up. I was like, oh, she's bad. Oh, oops, well.
Although I think you are right about the connection.
Everything canceled everything out, including the extra advantage that we get. So success. So everything canceled.
Literally with the minds of more.
I got
That's
3
like so
successes
real.
and
Probably what
2
you did.
advantages.
I did it. I did the well
As-
thing, right?
Yeah.
The bucket. Yep.
This helmet flies and crashes into the rocks, and the bulb shatters, and you hear this. Everyone seems very focused on you talking to, trying to get answers out of this guy who's gone into a state of shell shock. There's an unconscious female sergeant, and everyone's around it. And as you take a moment to calm yourself and listen,
Oh no.
you just hear the very distinct.
Can we see anything?
And it seems like there's more than you had heard before. Moving onto your guys' position where the cave had just been, the exit had been destroyed.
And the exit's completely blocked out.
Correct.
Okay.
And with that, we'll end today.
I'm gonna need that rest of that bottle of wine.
This is y'all.
Oh my god!
All the craps, y'all.
That was crazy.
So real quick, stop the clock, stop the presses.
No!
Shit. Okay.
Die next week, guys.
Okay.
Looks
We're gonna
like
go out fighting them.
it looked like this kept going back and forth throughout this, which was
Oh yeah.
It did.
the battle.
Oh, we're dark now, though.
Yep.
Dark side, tier 1. Dark side.
What does that?
It means when we're gonna have a disadvantage. Sectoids.
It's the Pirate King! Why would you do this?
What? It wasn't I!
What's so wrong with you? Look, here's the thing. You guys don't know this because you're in a cave about to be
Eaten by spiders.
Right.
eaten by spiders, and this one person's unconscious. But rumors are spreading throughout the Outer Rim very recently that the infamous Pirate King, Aaron Val, has been making he's reemerged from his exile, intent on reclaiming
His armada.
Oh
his
God,
armada.
Aaron, why?
But you feel a shift in the force, as now all of you will have
Boo, Aaron Val.
-1 failure on everything that you guys do, which will be really interesting when this happens.
-1 success.
Sorry.
No, you said it. You said it.
-1 failure, but plus
-1 failure, awesome.
you feel this shift as this darkness as this is
Failure, yes.
coming upon you. But off somewhere in the galaxy, rumors of Aaron Val have been spreading his reemergence and hell-bent on reclaiming his fleet. And it seems like he's making progress, but not without bloodshed.
Oh no, and he never killed anybody before.
Well, he did when he ran over that one scout.
I know, but
Run
before
over that
that.
scout trooper.
Thanks a lot, Joe Star.
He went dark.
So everyone be sure to tweet, Joe Star, be like,
Joe,
hey
and let him
man,
know.
I'm very curious to see how this pirate thing is happening. But that's what's
It's like a
happening.
weird name for a pirate king.
It smells like that.
wait
It's
till
like
you
Attack
meet
on
him.
Titan era.
If Mike.
He makes it through this, I
Oh yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Oh my God.
With that said, hold on. Just you guys really,
You.
I don't know.
job.
I have
We got some
things-
names to read?
Yeah, I think we do. I know it's been down for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully we can get that up. In the meantime, while that's
Man.
getting prepped,
Yeah.
real quick, if you guys weren't here, it would just be me in a room talking to myself, which is normally what I do on Fridays anyway. So not much different for me. But go around the room, who you are, what you do, where people can find you. Emma.
I am Emma Fife. I can be found all over the internet at my name, which is Emma Fife. There's probably a lower third that says what it is, but if you are listening, that is EMMAFYFFE, all F's as in Frank. I do a lot of things on the internet. I just was over at Screen Junkies last week. I'm on Collider a lot. I do some stuff at AfterBuzz. Follow me on Twitter. You'll know what I'm doing.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Keith Silverstein. I make voices. That's what I do. And you can find me on Twitter at SilverTalkie, Talkie Talkie. I'm just Keith Silverstein on Instagram. It's real simple. And Keith Silverstein, voice artist on Facebook. I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow, I think. I'm pretty sure. So if you see me, say hi. I think there's an Overwatch meetup at noon, I was told. So I'll try to show up for that. If the timing all works out, I'll be there. And I'll bring a little armor packet so I can just go, come get your armor. Get your armor.
Throw them at people.
Just throw them at people, yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
My name is Erica Lindbeck, and I am a voiceover artist as well. And you can just find me on Twitter at just Erica Lindbeck.
All right, I am Kim Cannon. I am also an actor working here in LA. You can find me at Kim Cannon. That's Kim with a Y. And I will also be running around WonderCon tomorrow. So come say hi. I'm going to be in the Kim Cannon cosplay.
Sweet.
Nice. That's my favorite.
How will we I heard that's going to be
recognize
big this year.
Sorry?
I heard
Kim
that's a big
Cannon.
costume this year.
You know what? I'm hoping I have the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Wow.
probably won't. There'll probably be a
No.
really good looking, like a really pro
There's an
looking
even
Kim
better
Cannon.
one.
And then I'll be like, oh my
Shit.
God, it's Kim Cannon.
That's a really good Kim Cannon. I'm Hector Navarro. I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow as well. Check out the newest episode of the Nickelodeon Animation Podcast, which came out today, where I got a chance to talk to the co-president of Women in Animation, Margaret Dean, which was a
love that.
fantastic conversation. Super cool. So check that out. That's on
dope.
YouTube and iTunes. Yeah, super dope. Really great conversation. She is an awesome lady. So check that stuff out, and I would appreciate it.
Cool. And I'm Bert Jennings. You can find me at Ninjanomics 101. I know it probably was distracting, but I promise to continue to return the facial hair now as we move forward.
Yeah, I was a little disconcerted
It's
when we
baby
first
face
arrived.
Bert. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like
You
it.
look good.
I
Yep.
don't like
You
it.
look good.
With that, we good to go?
Got some donations here.
Yeah! We got the names.
We got the names. It started with Dama Leon, $20, a boost. Use them hashtag boost.
Woo!
Sweet.
And we did.
Cupcake Theory, I said I had no more to give to help the dark side. I lied. Hashtag setback. Latency, I have the hashtag ability to break Bert with Hashtag light
Boo.
laughter.
Boom.
Ah, that works.
Love it.
People will say light is right, but what rhymes with sharp? Hashtag dark. Hashtag setback.
Yep.
That's Cupcake Theory yet again. Kill these things. Hashtag boost. Great show. Less than 3 from Supalot.
Aww.
Also from Supalot. Hashtag boost in translation. And then from Feilong93080, seriously Hyper RPG, I think your lights are broken. They seem to have been blue all night.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I was going
Yeah.
crazy.
Nice.
It was
Red
good.
light bulbs 4 times.
Oh,
Dang.
Looks like that's it. A lot of bits in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Cool.
So thanks for all those bits.
Thank
you,
Thanks for all
everybody.
those tips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
Awesome.
Bits
Yeah.
tips. Just
Thank you,
remind
thank you.
everybody, next week's gonna be the cool, awesome 48-hour charity drive for the Halo Foundation. So we will be here on a one-off. It's gonna be. We will not. You will have to wait 2 weeks to figure out what happens to this band in this cave.
Man.
But tune in next week because, man, we'll have a crazy. It's not going to be canon. We'll have Kim Cannon.
Yeah,
it's
right,
not going to
right.
be.
But it is going to be.
It's
canon.
going to be a
It's gonna
crazy
be
one-off
non-canon
story.
for our purposes.
I'm thinking this is going to be my holiday special moment.
That's great.
Really,
The holiday
really
special.
looking
That
forward
bad.
Oh man.
We're gonna meet Chewie's family. Is that what you're saying?
No subtitles.
Yeah.
Just
We're gonna meet Herg's family. And they're gonna have weird lips
Yeah.
and mouths.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to be real.
With the best 70s actors we could
Ah,
possibly get.
yes.
Also, if you enjoyed the show, and thank you so much for everybody who watches and subscribes and supports.
Donates.
We literally couldn't do it without you. If you like this program, be sure to check out all the rest of Hyper RPG stuff. I think they have at this point 70 hours of content and growing. So tomorrow on Saturday, there's a bunch of different shows. There's Masters of the Metaverse at 3, Krillnet Super Live at 5:30, 6:30 is Ready to Ramble, and then yeah. And this has been Pencils and Parsecs. I've been your GM, Bert, and until next time, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
Also, bugs suck.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yeah, they're